It tickles my fancy.
Okay.
Goosies. Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
I don't want it.
Covered in Leroy, had a hitter with a little bit, Elizabeth back with a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy ain't tall, man. Oh man, still to the cause of the show, man. Till then, his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life anymore, man. No proof. No, he's one of him. I never hit him. I never hit him. I never hit him. I never ever did. You know what? What is a star? Like another city, the time I fly. Wish I could large. So many more. 10 in the more. Never a bar. 8, 10 in the more. 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch on YouTube with view for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Leroy.
What's up?
How you doing?
Good. How about you?
Man, I am alive and blessed on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is a Tobin and Leroy show. Tobin is out. He'll be out today. He'll be out to, obviously tomorrow and Friday as well. Leroy, you're out Friday as well, correct?
Correct.
All right, so we will be giving you a best of tomorrow. We got a weird kind of hybrid show on Friday with like me and Josh Chappelle or something like that. But today we got 4 hours of non-stop action. And that is right here on 104.3 FM, the home of South Florida sports. Leroy, it is the day before Thanksgiving, so we already know what the hell we have to do. We got to blind rank some sides and some meats.
Hey,
we got to talk
let me
about
tell you
football.
something. Listen.
Yeah.
I just have one rule.
What's that?
Your favorites are not always everybody's favorites.
That's true.
So when you bring that dish over that you remember as a kid, remember, Leroy wasn't a kid with you.
Yes, it's correct.
Hence, the Canadians making, what is it called? They mix carrots and rutabaga.
Huh.
Here's the kicker.
Huh.
You know my palate look like sweet potato. It's not.
No, not
It's
a fan.
not. It's
See,
not.
that's the worst too. When you're expecting something else,
Yes.
the worst. That is the worst.
Yes.
Guys, let's just make a rule. Just keep raisins out of things.
Well, let's here.
Yeah, you have an exception?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. But raisins and bread pudding.
Okay. No, that's like
is okay.
You know, that's like, you know, like a bread of some sort. If there's anything raisins are gonna be put in, yeah. But
I want to fight people that put raisins on salads.
Yep.
That put raisins in what else did I see? Oh, dude, you know you got an intangible potato salad, but it got some raisins in it.
No, for sure. You got to throw it out. You actually have to stop what you're doing, expose who made it.
Yes.
Has to make a comment, and then you throw
it. Other thing I'd like to share with my people going over to somebody else's house, and I'm going to say this as kindly as I can because the culprit
all right
is no longer in the family.
Oh,
not my doing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He said,
yeah,
one Thanksgiving, I'm going to bring potato pie. Now, he's a brother.
Okay.
So I made some assumptions. I took some liberties.
Yeah.
Potato pie. He must be talking about sweet potato.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go buy one. I'm gonna let him do his thing. Now, I buy sweet potato pie before I buy turkey, ham, anything. Because for people that say they don't like sweet potato pie, they always run out.
Yeah.
Always run out at the store. You got to get it early.
For sure.
So I didn't get one.
Yeah, because he told you he was bringing one.
And then somebody came to me and said, you got to try the potato pie. It's very good. I was like, all right, I get there. Let me get my turkey and my ham and my stuffing and my dressing.
Did you wonder why no one had said sweet yet? Or it still had
right.
Arms? You're just like, everyone said potato pie.
So I go over to the pie.
Yeah.
It's white.
Oh.
Now.
Yeah.
I asked the dumb question. I never seen a white sweet potato.
You're such in denial at this point.
Right.
You used to believe what's right in front of
you.
you. Yeah.
They go, no, it's regular potato pie. I never tried it.
Yeah.
I took the pie. I went and put it outside my front door.
There's
I
so
said,
many things you can do.
Anybody who has a problem with that could go sit outside with that pie.
Yeah. Well, look, obviously he didn't last. So if you think about it, you can mash it, you can cut it into fries, you can deep fry it, you can bake it. To take potatoes and determine I'm gonna make a dessert out of this.
Exactly.
That's where we messed up.
Well, here's the problem. There's only 2 or 3 ways to make sweet potatoes. I ain't into sweet potato fries. Then you got to put cinnamon and dip it in. Right. You're trying to basically fry sweet potato pie. So there's only 2 or 3 ways to deal with sweet potato. I'll let it slide that people have a baked sweet potato. Right?
Okay.
I'll let that slide. But there's yams, there's mashed, and there's pie. That is it.
Look, those are the rules you're gonna get today. Big feast tomorrow. This is Leroy's wheelhouse right here. This is Leroy's wheelhouse.
Dude,
and I'm sure you're prepping a lot, right? You said
prepping.
Yeah.
I got 2 turkey breasts brining since Monday. I gotta make my mustard sauce.
Someone says that they're brining something, it's gonna be good.
Well, you gotta be careful.
I don't even know how to brine.
Basically, you take, so you can use they call it canning salt, but you can just use kosher salt, kosher sea salt or something like that.
Heard.
Dark brown sugar. You throw a little spice in there. Some people put thyme, and I boil it so it all, let it get to room temperature, or I then take the pot and put it in the refrigerator.
Dates off.
What?
Leroy is Brian McKnight.
1, 2, 3.
Good.
So
point.
So
Twitcher.
I take it and then I let it get to refrigerator like cold water. Then I have 2 breasts, just the turkey breast with bone in, and then I put it in there. Slight problem though.
Yeah.
So I'm an early prepper.
Yes, sir.
So I bought my turkeys on Friday because I don't like dealing with.
Yeah.
And plus, I didn't know who was going to sell the turkey breast with bone in.
Okay.
So
that's a choice. You wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What does it have? More or something like that?
No, you just don't have legs and stuff to like the turkey. It goes from being about this big to this big. And I just wanted to, and the turkey breast is what you make sandwiches out of. So,
yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
So my wife comes home from church and we have another family over. I got all excited about these turkey breasts. I'm excited.
Okay.
She say, they bring in a turkey.
No, you can't. You don't bring a turkey to another.
Yeah, some people do.
But that's like usually like the host.
Listen, that's his specialty. I'm not hating.
Oh, that's it. What is this guy?
He
like
said he smoked turkey. He can make a smoked turkey.
I'm
Yeah, I'm in a bit
with these 2 brine and turkey breasts I got here. Then
so
you know what, Leroy? If you need me to take one of those off your hand, I'll go ahead and take. Sacrifice something.
So yeah, we're gonna have a bunch of turkey.
Damn.
My wife got a ham. I made a little mustard sauce for it.
Yeah. Throw it down. You're not playing around.
Yeah.
Making you're brining, you're making mustard sauce.
We got what else do we have? We have we got some mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is a must.
Oh, that's a must for sure. That is a must.
How you feel about stuffing?
I'm not really crazy about it. Like if somebody's like, "Oh, I got some fire stuffing," I'll be like, "All right, Paul."
Well,
I'll be like, "Cool," but
let me tell you where I'm from.
Yeah,
that stuffing got meat in it.
Yeah,
that kicks it up a notch.
You talked about cutting sausage into it or something like that. See, that's different. Now
Yeah,
we're talking different things.
Yeah,
but in regards to just like normal ass stuff, I'm not tripping over that. I'm really not tripping over that.
Yeah, but other than that, and here's where it gets complicated.
All right.
I want to be friendly.
Okay.
I want to welcome folks into my house and enjoy their company. And I want
and you usually do, from my experiences.
And I usually do. But don't mess with my football.
Oh yeah, okay. No.
because you know, when people ain't into sports, they mad at you for not hanging around in the group. Hey, Day South.
Yep.
Give Day South a point. Because I'm gonna tell you this.
Point for Twitcher.
Hey, I almost got divorced over this.
Over great. Yeah, no.
Because my wife, she thinks she's a cranberry queen and she wants to make it from scratch.
Nah.
And I'm like, I want the stuff you got to tap your hand out and it come out like Jello. You know why? Because I can put a little bit on my fork, a little turkey, little oh my goodness. So
you can't control it. Any other state where it's like now it's like leaking into my mac and cheese. I don't want that. What's going on? I want this.
But guess what? Now, because we've been together so long, she makes her cranberry and then she'll do this. Here you go.
Take the can. See, hey, look, that's compromise. That's love.
Yeah.
Today,
cranberry sauce in general, dude. Believe it or not, it's because we simpletons. We don't need the fancy cranberry homemade. We just need that raggedy stuff that you could forget and just save it till next year. Cranberry sauce.
Yeah. Anytime anybody asks me to bring something, I'm like, I'll bring the cranberry. Like, we have that already. I'm like, it's for next year.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
That's it. That's it. Like, if you forget to open the can, we used to do it all the time growing up. Yeah. Somebody would go, you know what we forgot? Cranberry. Because it's got to be cold. Yeah. You got to put it in the refrigerator. So if you ain't put it in the refrigerator before you eat, you can't do it.
Yeah, you can take it out of the can. I feel like it's sweating out the can.
Has corn syrup, which gives cancer, Leroy.
Oh, come on.
You know what it gives me?
You're probably right, but
it gives me a sense of deliciousness.
Yep. Hey, can't put a price on that.
Marco's got cranberry sauce from Walgreens.
Hey, you know what?
Dude,
I'm gonna check it out.
Tell you,
I probably have it.
That's only second.
Yeah.
That's only second to the potato pie, which you did.
Nah, man, it was a sacrifice I was trying to make.
It was a sacrifice.
Sometimes you gamble, you lose.
Dude bought. What did you buy? Mayo or something?
Ranch
from Walgreens. That's right next door to Publix.
Yeah, I was trying to save a little bit of time. Sometimes you gamble and lose, Leroy.
Okay. Pork shoulder. I ain't mad at you, Doc. Pork shoulder.
Yeah, I do. You know, if you're in the Hispanic community, there's a chance you may have some pernil. That is marinated pork. Delicious. And, I know it doesn't necessarily belong in the traditional Thanksgiving, but I always end up at a home that has some rice somewhere. And I'm like, fine, I'll have a little bit of rice on Thanksgiving. I mean, it's not traditional, but I'll take it.
I think Thanksgiving is the only day where I'm not really concerned about other stuff. I'm only concentrating on meat
Yeah.
and mac and cheese. I'd maybe throw a stuff in, but like mashed potatoes, and gravy. The great thing about Thanksgiving gravy, you just go ahead on and get it all.
Can I say I'm prejudiced with my gravy though?
Why?
I like if my gravy is like whiter, I don't really like it. Like I don't like that.
White gravy.
Yeah, like closer to like white gray. I need it to be like dark brown. That's
Yeah.
what I like. See, that's normal stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes they got the southern fried, whatever, with like a weird kind of gravy. And I'm like,
Oh, you talking about country fried steak?
Yeah, like that
But
kind of gravy.
that's not
weird, right?
turkey gravy.
I know. But I'm just, just want to throw my if there are any gravy enthusiasts out there, I just want to let my stance know. Let my stance be known.
We need, when we get back, we need to discuss your dilemma.
My Clay Drew Smith. Listen, it was a heartwarming experience to see.
It was either a win-win or a lose-lose.
Exactly. It was scary hours for me, but at the end of the day, Drew Smith was exposed as he went scoreless, and Klay Thompson proved to be a jerk. So, it seemed like a good day for me, but we got a lot of that. We got Miami Hurricanes. We got some interviews today. We got Alex Donno, who's going to join us to tell us the fate of the Miami Hurricanes. We got a lot of games we're going to be playing, and comedian Aries Spears. I'm not sure if you're familiar with his work, Leroy. Aries Spears will join.
You mean the guy that don't do that won't do impressions on the radio?
Yes, exactly. I was actually told, hey, don't ask him to do impressions.
Yeah, he said he don't do them on radio. We had him on before.
That's totally fine. Look,
is he coming to the Improv?
He is coming to the Improv. I got some different questions that I did some research to try and get like a different perspective. I don't want to ask him the same question, so I got some different things I'm going to throw his way for sure. I know he went viral last year for his take on the Dwyane Wade statue reveal. So I'm going to see if we can get a redemption, see if we can get him to say something nice about that. But we have an action-packed show for sure. When we come back, we'll give you 15 minutes of heat as we relive the dilemma I had this past Miami Heat game. Minutes of heat right here on the home of the Heat.
Cup night.
Cup night is a big one. This is a big one indeed. Your Miami Heat are set to face off against the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, this is a lot riding on the line because the game today is crucial in determining which team advances to the knockout rounds. If the Heat are victorious and combined with a New York loss, we can potentially clinch our group and secure a home quarterfinal game. Unfortunately, if we lose, that would eliminate us from the group competition altogether. We're on a bit of a hot streak. Not sure if you've been paying attention, Leroy, which I know you have.
5 or 6.
I believe it's 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I think they saved a lot of guys for tonight. So guys that had nagging injuries, they just sat them in hopes that they would be ready for the night. And Wiggins and you're talking about Norm.
Yeah, Norman Powell expected to make his return.
Right. That was just a
I got actually an injury report here. Norman Powell listed as probable to play in tomorrow night's NBA Cup game. Tonight's NBA Cup game. This is from yesterday, obviously. Jovic, hip. Andrew Wiggins, hip. Drew Smith, left hip. and Jaime Jaquez Jr., right hip tightness. A lot of hip issues. Seems like last year was bubble guts. Right now it's hip issues.
Well, no, only one person had bubble guts.
Yeah, it was Jaime.
For the whole year.
Listen, whatever he needed to go through last year to become this version of him, totally worth it.
It's called maturing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why. Like, I've never been able to figure out. We go into a place of business. They want you to understand if they say, you know what, I haven't been here very long. It's going to be a little slow. Right?
Yeah.
And they want you to be understanding. That same person will go to a game and call a rookie a bum.
Yeah, I heard people were saying Cooper Flag, that they weren't impressed with Cooper Flag.
He's not even, is he 20?
I think I don't even know if he's 19.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's
crazy.
like, if I were to go to your kid when he was 18 and make the demands that you make of these players, you would want to fight me.
Yeah, people make the mistake of comparing their salary to expectation.
Right. But here's the other thing, man, is that everybody's development goes at a different pace.
For sure.
So sometimes you'll see talent, but you won't see consistent talent for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's just the nature. I mean, it's the nature of life, isn't it? Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like it's so I get frustrated when I hear that, like, oh, second year slump. Not really. It's just kind of one of those things that sophomore slump. It's not. It's a situation where, like, okay, as a rookie, unless you're a top 5 player and a world beater, who's paying attention? Now, after you have that first year, the next time you come into town, they're like, oh, okay, this is what he does. We got a game plan on him now. And so you got to work on your bag. You got to work on other things to be able to combat what they're doing to you. That takes time.
Who's had a sophomore surge, if you will? Our boy Khalil Ware is playing.
Oh, yeah.
He's been doing great.
He just, for some reason, like it's called big man disease.
Yeah.
Right? Big men, you don't know about their effort because they all look the same way moving up and down the court. And he has pretty much said it. Man, start getting them rebounds when I start putting in that effort.
And you know what? I think it's Spo pushing those buttons, man. I think he's pissing him off enough with whatever,
Yeah.
limitations he gives him that when he gets up there, not only is he like, obviously fighting the other team, I think he's fighting a bit of like F Spo every time he grabs a rebound. And
I think
that's what it takes. That's what it takes.
I think one of the other things it does, though, it exposes you in a good way, because it exposes what type of competitor you are, what type of fight you have in you.
Yeah.
And it almost got to the point, right? It almost looked like Khalil said, I ain't going out like this.
Yeah.
Right. And so credit to him, because we've seen guys go the other direction and complain and bitch and moan about what their circumstance is instead of fighting through it. So you see it a lot in sports. And it's just cool to see that one of your guys is taking advantage of the situation.
I just saw a comment. I'm sorry, Leroy, that just pissed me off. I don't understand. This D Sizzle, I believe it was, apologize to Drew Smith, horny toad. First of all, you don't know how I'm feeling right now. You don't know how horny I am. How do you know that? Other than that, why should I apologize? If anything, he proved to me 0 for 6, 0 points, 0 for 3, in 16 minutes of action. And you know who had a good game? Keyshawn Johnson.
Well, hold up. Let me tell you something about you praising Keyshawn Johnson.
Yeah.
First of all, let me say this. Dude, before the last 2 games, was assaulting the basketball.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was
right.
Not much. Even this, he only had a 7-point performance. But
no, they're not scoring. They're not in there for their scoring.
For sure. No, I've liked what I've seen out of almost everybody. But when you're right, you're right. And Klay Thompson, did you see him chirping at our bench after a couple threes? So everyone was like, oh, he's sticking up for Cooper Flag when it came to his beef with John Morant. But just a day later, he's chirping at the bench and stuff. Like, this Klay Thompson, I don't know if it's this Meg Thee Stallion relationship that's got him going, but he's
sending out diss tracks during the game.
He's like pointing shots at and I'm like, come on, what are we doing? Klay Thompson.
Hey, did somebody say you ain't that guy no more? You better stop.
Hey, look, John Morant trying to tell him that.
Yeah, but Ja can't be the messenger.
That's the worst part, unfortunately.
Right.
With the fact that he hasn't played as much as he's been out and off the court, this and that. That's why it was easy for everyone to hop on Klay's side, because if you had to choose between bad and worse, you're probably going to take bad. But I'm telling you, this guy, he's a jerk. He's a jerk. We saw it. I don't know. He's got something about his face. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Leroy, I got some numbers for tonight. You tell me if any of these are intriguing enough for a chili pepper.
Chili pepper.
Over under is at 234 and a half. 234 and a half.
For New York, no, for Milwaukee. And
I'm like, Milwaukee is 8-10. Will attempt to end a 5-game losing streak, and I believe their injury report is Giannis is questionable, and no, I'm sorry, out is Alex Antetokounmpo, Kevin Porter Jr.
Wait.
Yeah, I mean, there's another one.
Out. Well, I didn't even know he was playing to be in.
He's a G League 2-way player, but hey, he's listed on the report. Giannis is questionable with a left adductor. What the hell is that? What part of the body is that?
Stomach.
Why did they just...
Or the hip, like the front of your hip.
Oh wow!
I think that's the adductor.
That's like oddly specific. Yeah,
well, because they're all. Here's the problem.
What's
all
this?
That stuff is attached.
That's not the groin.
It's a bunch of muscles that attach to the hip, so that's just one of the muscles. Also, like when you have those problems, your torso, your torso, nothing. You can't. Right.
Wow. You learn something new every day, guys. Should have paid attention. When we come back, you know what it is every time I'm here. A little bit of silly sauce. It is a Wednesday, November 26th. We're gonna find out whose celeb birthdays and what national days we should be celebrating. Stick around because after that next hour, we will be talking Miami Hurricanes with Alex Donno and much more silly sauce on the Tobin and Leroy Show. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy is staring off into the distance. You scared me for a second. Leroy.
No.
He is staring off into the distance as if he's not here. And I need someone to celebrate these birthdays. This is a Frog Boy special on a Wednesday here as Tobin is out. What is he doing? He's getting ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Okay. So he is.
I space it out.
No, I
ain't got to do it all. Here's the other reason why.
Yeah.
Because I live with 3 women who always want to help, assist, and product manage what I'm doing. So I do it at odd times. Like I brine my, I did my brine early yesterday morning.
I tell you what, that's a veteran move on your part. That's a veteran move. You can't help me if it's already done, baby.
Oh, dude. So I clean my pool, right? Put the little thing in, put the chemicals in, or whatever.
Yep.
You got to let it run for like 3 days to get the chemicals through it. And last night I was going to put the last little bit of chemicals in there.
Yeah.
And I looked in the pool. Jesus lizard.
Ooh, running across the water?
No.
Oh,
on the bottom. So I thought he was dead.
Oh, yeah.
I went and got the net.
Yeah.
Went to scoop him. He made a run for it. He was like this long.
Okay. Well, you know that.
Well, you know his tail is this long.
Yeah.
So, it took me a few minutes to get him up out of there.
You know that Jesus, he's bound to come back. I know you saw him at the bottom. It's like he's gone. He's a goner for sure. But he rose. Shout out to that Jesus. Although being a frog boy, that's the other side. So you know. Today's birthdays on November 26th. Big happy birthday goes to Anuel You know what that is, Leroy?
No.
Probably not. But hey, listen, you're currently in the chat obsessed with this new artist you found, Ray Essentials.
It's not new. That's not her name. Her name is just Ray.
Oh.
But on Apple, if you like go to artists and they pull up, it'll go like Ray Essentials, which means that it'll play all the songs. It's
I got
all the songs that she's been in, not necessarily her songs.
Yeah.
All her collaborations, all of her. So, like, if you pick any artist, you don't have Apple, so you can kick rock.
Spotify does it, or Pandora used to do it. Something radio. It'll be like songs they featured on, or sometimes even songs that sound like their songs.
Right. Well, Apple does like essentials. So you take an artist, you do essentials, all their collabs, all their songs. You can just get one playlist.
So I thought the person's name was Ray Essentials, and I was like, "That's a stupid last name."
Her actual name is Rachel Agatha.
She's a witch. I can tell. Agatha. That's dope.
But she can sing.
Well, hey, listen. You know we're not afraid to show our love for various music artists,
and she's all over the place. That's what I like. She's all over the place. Like you'll have one song that's just a live band, and then another song with David Guetta, and then another song with Doja Cat, like all over the place.
Speaking of music, Tina Turner, although she passed away in 2023.
I was getting ready to say.
Yeah. Postmortem birthday.
We do dead birthdays now, huh?
I guess that's what we're doing.
I mean, you know, if you're not alive, you don't get older. So how would we celebrate another year?
Get them off the list. I just thought she deserved a spot.
Tina Turner.
She deserved
She had a good run. She had a long run. She made songs for 40 years.
Yeah, for sure. DJ Khaled, 50 years old today.
Really?
50 years old. Time to hang it up.
Another one.
I'm not.
Wait. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
This is no disrespect to DJ Khaled. He found his niche and he ran with it, and boom. What is he giving up?
I think Drake kind of forced him to give up, which I hate to bring up Drake when there's a chance he could be attacked and it'll hurt my feelings. But DJ Khaled did infamous, anytime he gets a Drake verse or something like that, or anytime he's about to drop a song with Drake, that's usually a single off of his album, and he announces it, the Drake verse is in. You know how dramatic he gets. Well, the last time he did that was in the midst of the beef, and Drake commented on it and was like, no. And that song was canceled, and he was not allowed to release his single. Therefore, his album got pushed back, and I don't even know if it ever came out.
Oh, so because he took sides with...
Yeah, exactly. Or he remained quiet at the very least. I don't know what the hell it was. But either way, he usually uses Drake to come out with the single and then launch his album, off of that. And Drake, being petty and a big baby, was like, no. So DJ Khaled's whole rollout was canceled. And
well, he has to cancel his rollout when he ain't making the music.
Exactly. That's what happens when you're dependent on other people to do your music.
He's master collaborator.
Yeah. It went from another one to like another one. I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
I mean, and it's not like he could just go ahead on and call old boy and say, hey, Drake wouldn't do it. Would you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Just to be petty.
For sure. And Kendrick wouldn't lower himself to that. Natasha Bedingfield. I think she does.
Yeah.
I got a no, that's not her. Right?
I got a for the sunshine. Now,
Mama, is that her?
Yeah. If question,
yeah,
is Daniel?
No, it is her.
Is Daniel Is it Daniel Bedingfield? Is that her brother?
Let's see. Her older brother Daniel. Yes.
He has a song. I got to get through this.
All right.
But he sounds like her.
Ah. I do, if I'm not mistaken, I do think that I saw that he was very supportive of her career or something like that, and was always like, well, if you think I'm good, my sister's good or something like that, which is nice. You like that?
No, so he's older, but he came out with a song, got to get through this.
Yeah.
And if you hear it, you're going to be like, there's no way that's a dude.
Okay.
But it's catchy though.
I got a question for you, Leroy. I'm not sure if you were. How familiar are you with the Jamie Foxx show? Like, I know.
I used to watch it. Yeah, that's when we realized he was a musician because he was playing the piano for real.
So good.
Yeah,
he's actually like probably the most talented person in the world. It's crazy.
Yes, because most people start in music and then start acting.
Yeah.
Right. But their home base is music. He has been both.
Yeah. Really
the
well.
whole time. Because every time he does some acting or whatever. And when he came out with a song, everybody was kind of like, oh, he really doing this.
Yeah, for sure. And that Ray movie just like completely.
Oh, my goodness.
I was best of both worlds in regards to acting.
I didn't. So you want to hear Ray Charles' story? So when I was younger, my grandmother took me to a Ray Charles concert.
Okay.
Right. And I was young. And so he would be up there and he'd be rocking, And I asked my grandmother, because back then everybody was hush hush about drugs.
For sure.
And I asked her, hey, why does he rocking like that? Oh, that's how he keep the band on beat, right? So then I saw the movie Ray, and I'm like, Grandma, dude was a crackhead. She said, I know, baby, you ain't need to know that.
And you didn't need to know
like
that.
As long as we knew Ray Charles, we didn't know about all the arrests, on the plane and stuff like that.
No, thank God.
Right. So it was crazy, but yeah.
Now I asked that Jamie Foxx question because there was a character in that show, Fancy. This is Fancy.
Oh, that's
Garcelle.
Garcelle
Buavas. I can't even pronounce her last name.
Is she Haitian?
She is Haitian, and
she does some producing on Lifetime. She did a couple of movies.
I was like, Fancy is beautiful. Growing up, that was like, Fancy is the one. But anyway, she 59 today.
Wow.
59.
Yeah, she does stuff on Lifetime.
It's good for 59.
Producing.
How much Lil Fizz have you listened to in your life?
I would say I probably heard.
Yeah, maybe
But-
one.
Yeah, but not to the point where I go, oh yeah, that's who it is.
No, I'm surprised they even have him listed here. That is, he should be honored that they decided to do that. Now what about day to days? What is a national day today? You know, every day has a dumb national day you're supposed to celebrate. Some of them cool, some of them not. Who cares? Today's National Cake Day. Cake Day, which
Well, tomorrow better be pie day.
you know what's
No
interesting?
cakes on Thanksgiving, all pies, right?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that's a good rule. That's a good rule. No cakes, just pies.
No cakes. When do we do cakes?
Holiday wise,
Yeah, we don't really.
when is there?
Except my grandmother used to get a fruit cake
You know why? 'Cause
during
that's-
Christmas.
yeah,
During
no,
the holidays, you see the fruit cake. Let me give you guys a fair warning.
Yeah.
Just don't.
just don't.
Just don't.
Just don't.
One of the biggest, listen, me and my daughter almost shut down Publix when she was a kid.
Yeah.
Because we did a drive-by, and they put all of the fruitcake products right in the front. So she thought they were gummy bears.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, those, no. I said, we can go right over to the aisle and get the nice gummy bears that you like. I want those yellow ones. I'm like, I ought to get them and make you eat them.
Honestly, yeah.
Because they're terrible.
National Jukebox Day. Leroy, were you frequent jukeboxes when you were younger?
They used to have jukeboxes in like the diners and stuff when I was younger. Like the if you go to one of the little like sandwich shops or small like little restaurants, they have a jukebox in there.
What about National Tie One On Day? What the hell does that mean?
Have a drink?
No, I thought it was like tie an apron. I'm not even, no, I'm not even gonna continue reading that. What about Good Grief Day? That is the honor the life and legacy of one of America's most revered legendary cartoonists, Charles M. Schulz. He's best known as the author of the Peanuts comic strip.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That was one of my favorites.
Charlie Brown still getting that football snatched. He's been getting it snatched for 50 years.
Still falling for it.
Still falling for it.
When we come back on Just a Regular Hour, no longer the hour formerly known as Tua, we will be discussing football galore. We'll try to tickle Leroy's fancy, and Alex Donno will be joining us in the second segment so that he can tell us everything that we need to know about the Miami Hurricanes, who are desperately clinging to
I'm gonna break it down. He might not like what I have to say. But
I don't think I'm gonna like it either.
Huh?
I don't think I'm gonna like it either. It seems like
it's just the reality of the situation.
I don't want to.
You know what I hate? Here's what I hate.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you this before we go to break. I can't stand fans that your team had an opportunity to handle business themselves, and then when they don't, you complain about the system.
Yeah, that's totally me. That's totally me for sure. We will hear from Alex Donno and much more in the next hour.
Nice and clean.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy Show. Second hour of the program here. Tobin out. Frog Boy in. Leroy here holding things down. JFig holding things down. We got a best of tomorrow and Friday. We got a bit of a hybrid of a show. We got 2 hours of best of and 2 hours of me and Josh Appel. That's gonna be fun.
Josh, I like Josh.
Josh is cool people, very knowledgeable, very professional.
Yep.
Don't know how he's gonna do with Frog Boy, but hey, gonna get it done. Let's get you some headlines. These headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen or at DoralVolkswagen.com. Big game tonight for the Miami Heat, who are fresh on a 5-game win streak, going against the Milwaukee Bucks, who are on a 5-game losing streak.
What time does that game start?
That is a good question, because I can tell you what time the coverage begins and all that if I just look this up here. The Miami Heat play the Milwaukee Bucks tonight at 7:30, which means coverage begins right here with preheat at 6:15 p.m. This is a group stage. If the Heat lose, which they are actually a 7-point favorite as of right now, they will be eliminated. If they advance, they secure a potential home court advantage moving forward in this NBA Cup. So fingers crossed for sure. We know that Norman Powell expected
Never made it to the
I don't think so.
knockout round.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
12-6
yeah.
though.
You know why I got it. You know why I got you know what today is?
What is today?
Christmas tree.
Oh, today is Christmas tree. God bless Big Spoon for being so patient, because my Christmas tree has been up since October 13th. What are we doing?
But you have a real one?
No.
no.
And she has a design. She's like, it's a Harry Potter design Christmas, so we can also do it for Halloween. And I was like, that's an excuse.
Wait. So you have a Harry Potter Christmas tree,
bro,
that you use for Thanksgiving,
bro,
that you could also use for Christmas.
Bro, it is. If you go in my house right now, I am living in Hogwarts, because there is a wand that you can use to turn on candles. There is pages that are ripped out of a book hanging everywhere as if a spell is making them float. I have floating candles, a Harry Potter design tree, and this has been since October 13th. Like, what are we even doing here? What's I don't understand. And I guarantee it's going to be up until it's going to become a Valentine's tree somehow, some way. I promise it's going to
do Harry Potter Valentine's.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Hey,
she goes through these things sometimes, and
you know what that is? One of those you try to fight it,
yeah,
and then right. So I just know that I'm going to get my Christmas tree today.
Yeah. So you go get what do you go to Home Depot or something? What do you go to?
Yeah, either one of the Home Depots or, whatever. We don't really, we just look around. Like, let me tell you, Leroy, get a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
If it's standing upright,
that's good enough.
Shaped like a Christmas tree, that's good enough.
Yeah, no, you got to get the fluffy
you
one.
You take Big Spoon. Yeah. She like, shake it. So I'm shaking all these trees, getting sap all over me, and her and little teaspoon standing back. I don't want to get no stuff on me. Yeah. Like, okay, so I'll be sticky for the next 3 days.
Now you just out here threatening trees. This old man just keeps shaking trees over here.
Yeah, no, that's what everybody do.
Yeah, no, for sure. It is a process. I used to get a real tree when I was younger, but I just feel like it's just so much to maintain.
I like the smell. I ain't gonna lie.
That's
you get that smell, your house smell, Christmassy. I like that. Plus, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You fraudulent fake Christmas tree people.
Wow. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
after a year or two, you're gonna have a hole in the tree because you done lost some limbs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So like
And
you
the
in the
story
same boat I am.
Yeah, for sure. If you're
They don't sell Christmas tree limbs either.
no, you gotta buy
You
a
gotta
whole.
buy a whole new tree. So what's the difference?
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Now, Harry Potter, I don't know if Harry Potter grew real Christmas trees.
I don't think so. I'm gonna go ahead
No.
and say no for that one. We also have a big game this Saturday.
Yep,
It's
yep.
the final game of the regular season. The Miami Hurricanes need a win to keep
Where's
their college
Donno?
football playoff.
When is he coming in?
He is coming
Good.
on next segment.
Next
So,
segment, because look, I want Miami to make the playoff.
yeah.
I personally don't think my team will make the playoff, even if they beat Ohio State.
Huh.
And so, if we compare the two resumes, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can make an argument that my team is more deserving than yours, but I'm not going to do that because you lost 2 games. And when you lose games, even though they were to ranked opponents, you're at the mercy of everybody else. If you want control of your own destiny, win the games. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks to hear that. You know,
it
and
sucks to
you
hear,
knew
but
that.
that's the reality of it.
You knew that as you saw Carson Beck throw his 5th interception of the game. You knew that as you saw the game slip.
Oh my
away,
goodness. UCF Andy. I don't know. We would have to have a discussion, me and Big Spoon. 2 years ago, my wife made me buy and return 3 Christmas trees.
3 Christmas
So
trees.
let me tell you what you do.
Yeah.
Andy, this is what I do. Okay.
Hmm.
I bring my wife with me and I do the thing. You sure this is the one you want?
Yeah.
So if it got a hole on the back side of it, after I done shook 27 trees, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, no. That's always a look, let them pick. That'll save you some time. And also, Leroy, we have
He said, "Oh, she was with me."
Oh no, okay, hold on. No,
I
you
need counseling.
have to have a conversation. You gotta stand up for yourself at a certain point.
Yeah. You can't be hey, I would have been UFC Andy. I would have been fighting.
That's
Point for Leroy.
Hey, sometimes you got to make your stand.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, last game I want to mention before we go to a break here and come back with Alex Donno. Inter Miami has a game this weekend.
Yep.
The 29th
Conference championship.
Yes. I, of course, always had faith in them. Didn't say Messi was going to choke last game. Inter Miami takes on the New York City. Those aren't the Red Bulls. Who the hell are these people? FC. New York City FC. That is at 6 p.m. this Saturday.
Down here.
Yeah. That should be interesting to see if Messi can finally do it, huh? Finally break through the elusive trophy he hasn't collected in Inter Miami yet. Probably like the only one he
has a World Cup.
Well, I mean, some people say he's good.
Dude, at 37, still wrecking havoc.
Yeah.
All you can do is tip your hat.
We are going to take a quick break and come back with the man behind the Locked On Canes podcast, the premier source for all things Miami Hurricanes. Alex Donno joins us next.
Today's topics are sponsored by
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. We are here without the show pony today. It is instead Frog Boy holding things down with the Leroy and Figgy in the background. And now joining us, one of our favorite people to have on the show, of course. We're going to go ahead and go out to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan, toyotaofhollywood.com. Donno,
Donno,
buddy?
Wow, you look like you're getting ready to do a set at the Improv.
Yeah, I've been mixing in specs recently. I've been mixing in some glasses, so I feel it makes me look less ugly. So I'm gonna roll with that for a bit.
Are those blue light?
No, they're not. I do have blue light. These are just like regular. Are the blue light ones the ones that like help you so the computers don't ruin your eyes or something?
That's what they say. But listen,
hey Donno, you know what else makes you look less ugly?
What's that?
Frog Boy.
Objectively, that's the point, though.
Point for Leroy.
So Donno, we've had several conversations, and the crux of the arguments down here has been two teams have two losses. One team beat the other team. They should be ahead of them. And I have explained that it's not the two losses, it's when you lost. Because your get back and your path had to happen much quicker. So it would have happened if you were beating teams by 50, but you weren't, even though you were winning. And Notre Dame started when they lost at a higher point than you were at your lowest point. So it's not a situation where these two teams are being compared simply because their path to where they are now have taken two different roads. And I'll give you this argument.
Mm-hmm.
If Michigan loses to Ohio State, if Michigan beats Ohio State, do they deserve to be in? Because they only lost to two ranked teams in USC and Oklahoma. So, and Michigan, I don't think Michigan's going to get in.
Yeah. Does Michigan still have a path? They could still win the Big Ten. Can they get to the Big Ten championship game? I think they can.
No, because let me think. Oh, they could because they only have one loss in the Big Ten.
Right. So if they beat Ohio State,
then they would play Indiana.
Well, and the reason why I ask you that is, my issue is the committee seems to just make up the rules as they go along, because they have clearly and what you said, Leroy, I don't agree with the way that you laid it out, but clearly the committee does. So like you're spitting facts in terms of what the committee uses to judge these teams.
Explain to me why, because
it's very simple. I don't agree with it because in every major sport except apparently college football, if you have the same record and one of those two teams beat the other head to head, that's the tiebreaker in every situation except college football, because college football is judged by figure skating judges, not by actual sporting criteria.
Here's the thing you have to consider, though. That's if they're close in rankings. Right?
Why are they not closer in rankings?
Because when Miami lost their two games, the two teams were going in two different directions. Because Notre Dame was going back up because they lost too early, and Miami was going the other way. So in order for them to get back up to where Notre Dame is, then you can compare them. But if they're not close because of the path that they took during the course of the season, you can't just move one team all the way up.
Okay. If Miami, and again, this is an if because they still have a big game to play on Saturday. But if Miami beats Pittsburgh, which is another common opponent. Notre Dame also beat them. Stanford is going to be a common opponent. NC State was a common opponent.
Correct.
Syracuse, if they both beat all those teams and Miami beat Notre Dame, I don't see how at the end of the season, Miami shouldn't be directly compared to Notre Dame. But the committee clearly said last night that they think Notre Dame is the better football team, period. And they're not going to use the head-to-head to outweigh that, despite the fact that Miami beat them on the field.
In week 1, I don't think, so you think you should carry that for the whole year?
Yes. I mean, I can understand.
Even though you lost to 2 unranked teams? Here.
Yes, I think you should. Well, and now, hold on. One of those teams you lost to is now ranked. And, you're talking about Miami beating Notre Dame as if it happened last year. Okay, yeah, it happened August 31st. That was this season. It happened this season. It should be Wade.
Here's the issue that I have. Okay?
He's right, Leroy.
You control your own destiny. You lost to those 2 unranked teams at the time. They were unranked at the time. You can't then complain about your circumstances after the fact. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. I
still
disagree.
At what point are you responsible for what you did on a football field? Now, everything that everybody's saying, you're saying because you're a Miami fan, and I get that.
But the thing is, it's not just Miami fans that are saying that. It's not like. Here's what I say: where is Miami ranked? Where is Notre Dame ranked? Notre Dame is number 9. Miami's number 12.
Okay, if you notice, and I said this before, they have tried to put Miami as close as possible to Notre Dame so that determination could be made.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But to complain about it when everybody was complaining about it, when you lost your 2 games much later than Notre Dame, all I say is let it play out, win your game against Pittsburgh, and then I'll give you that argument.
Yes,
but
and I agree. If Miami
ended,
loses to Pitt, none of this matters.
The way these seasons have ended, we've had the same conversations every year going into the last couple of weeks, and what has happened?
Yeah.
So stop. But I understand what everybody is saying. And the committee, whether they're telling you this, telling you something or not, have tried everything in their power to move those 2 teams together so that determination can be made at that time. But if you don't take care of your business, there's nothing that annoys me more than somebody complaining about their situation and not doing anything about it.
No, listen, I'm with you on that. There's no discussion to be had if Miami doesn't beat Pitt. And Pitt,
by the way, and there's nobody who despises Notre Dame more than me.
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you got a golden dome on your head right now.
A little leprechaun.
Hold on, let's be clear. I am not defending the school. I'm defending the situation.
Nah, it seems like you're defending the school.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If Michigan were to beat Ohio State, I still don't think they get in. I don't. And their only losses are to 2 ranked teams.
No.
I still don't think they would get in. And I'm not, and I understand why. But to sit here and I'm not even arguing for my school because I know what the circumstances are. I've watched them play this year.
But for your school, if you beat Ohio State, which seems to happen every year, so it could happen.
Correct.
And then if you win the Big Ten, if you win the Big Ten, you're in. Then you're in automatically. Correct. But let me go back to something. It's like I see a lot of the comments that are coming in. It's like, you should have beaten SMU. You should have beaten Louisville. You have no right to complain. Would I prefer to have won both of those games? Absolutely. I'm not excusing those losses. I'm not. But when you're in a grouping, there's a bunch of 2-loss teams. You can say that about anybody. Hey, Alabama shouldn't have lost to a terrible Florida State team. Notre Dame shouldn't have lost to Miami. If you don't want to be compared to Miami when you have the same number of losses, You should have won that game. So I'm
Correct.
not excusing the losses to Leroy and everybody commenting that. Like, yeah, I was so bummed about losing to SMU and so bummed about losing to Louisville. So I would much prefer Miami be undefeated. But when you're talking about multiple 2-loss teams, we can still have these discussions while also admitting, yeah, you probably shouldn't have lost that SMU game.
Again, notice what the committee, regardless of what the committee has said, they have made every effort to put these teams close as possible together so it matters. But the only thing you can do is take care of your own business. And until that happens, you can't, because what has happened the last 2 or 3 years? Stop making assumptions that, oh, that's going to be a conversation. It's not a conversation. It's not even up for discussion until you beat Pitt.
Yeah.
Then with those teams being 1 or 2 spots apart, okay, I'm in on that argument. But to have that argument 2 weeks ago, when you were trying to come back from being 19th in the country and they were already around, you've had a long path to go. And to have that conversation back then is ridiculous. Just like to have the conversation now when you have another game. But if you pay attention, over the last couple of weeks, they have made every effort to put Miami as close to Notre Dame as possible so that you can have that conversation. But if you don't handle your own business, I don't want to hear it. Okay? It's another thing to say we beat a team ranked 10 spots ahead of us. We should be above them after losing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
So while you're sitting here saying, yeah, when you lose those 2 games, should you still have been above Notre Dame?
I believe so, based on the same number of losses in the head-to-head.
So you lose to SMU and to Louisville, and you still think you should have been ranked above Notre Dame?
No, Notre Dame was moving up. Why? Because they were beating up on bad teams. They lost to the 2 best teams that they played. Like the 2 best teams that they played both beat them. And that becomes the great argument in favor of Notre Dame is their losses are fantastic.
I'm not even complaining about the team. My whole argument is about the placement of the 2 teams after the losses and where they've gone since then. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. So
when you started going south and they were still moving up, you have a long road just to get back up to them, which you did. So now you can maybe have that conversation. But to have that conversation after you lose and drop to 19th, I think it was, and Notre Dame was constantly moving up, you were 10 spots apart. To have that conversation at that time is ridiculous.
Well, like you're mentioning, we can't look past this weekend's game. Saturday, 12 p.m.
My back, I think the big CFP lobby got me.
Yeah,
Yes,
there we go.
they heard
You're
you.
back.
The big CFP lobby blocked my feed.
Well, the final game is going to be important, and I need a little bit more information on this Pittsburgh team and what's going on there. You know, there's a frozen factor in this game. You're saying it's going to be somewhere in the low to mid 30s, wind chills in the 20s. Is there a chance that the Hurricanes could slip up and lose this one, Donno?
There's always a chance. I mean, conference game against a difficult opponent.
They run the ball really well, too.
Well, they have they've recently run the ball really well.
They got 2 rookies. They got 2 freshmen that are just killing.
Yeah. They had I think it's Jakirian Turner is the running back who broke out last week against Georgia Tech. I think Miami should do a considerably better job stopping the run than Georgia Tech did. Georgia Tech's defense has turned into a bunch of turnstiles. But yeah, stopping the run is going to be key. The status, like for Pittsburgh, their best offensive player didn't play last week. Des Reed, it seems like they're really trying to get him healthy for this week. He's had an ankle issue. So whether or not he's 100% is going to be a big factor in this game because Reed is an all-purpose guy, running back, receiver. I mean, you have to game plan for him kind of the same way opposing teams have to game plan for Malachi Toney. So Pittsburgh has a true freshman quarterback, Mason Heinschel, who's played really well. But the catch is he has been disastrous when he faces pressure. Like with a clean pocket, he's been sensational.
Yeah.
So you've got to hope that matchup favors Miami in terms of Ruben Bain, Mesidor, Armando Blunt, David Blay might be back in the interior of the D-line this week. So you're going to have to put Heinschel under tremendous pressure because, as would be common for a true freshman quarterback, there's a huge difference. Yeah, there's a huge difference in the way he plays, whether he's pressured or not. Defensively, Pitt, they've got really athletic linebackers, and they've got a talented defensive line. The defensive line's on the small side. Everybody's like around 280 and below that. So you hope Miami's big offensive line is able to push them around a little bit. I think Malachi Toney presents a matchup nightmare as he does against anybody. And you've got to hope Carson Beck keeps playing the way he's played because he's trending up massively over these past few games. Gerard Pringle has become the revelation in the backfield. So, like, Marcos, I think Miami's got the horses to win this game, right? I think the question is, does Miami allow Des Reed to kind of take over on the Pittsburgh side? Does Miami allow the cold weather to affect them? I know Leroy knows a lot more about that than I do. Haven't played where he played during his college and pro career. And does Miami keep the self-inflicted wounds down? Because based on the way Miami's been playing the past few weeks, you can understand why they're about a 7-point favorite in this game. They should be able to go into Pitt and win, but it's not an automatic.
They have been, I think one of the things that I have enjoyed about the Canes is the last couple of weeks they've gotten off the faster starts.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like you have to impress. You can't just win games. And to get in the 2 games they lost, they went into that game saying, oh, we're going to control the line of scrimmage. We're going to do this. No, you got to go out and win the damn game. You got to take the game and from start to finish. And they didn't do that those 2 games. Then they started doing. They've had some mistakes early, right, that kind of slowed them down at times. But you can tell that the offense has been pretty aggressive early. I would like to see them, in all honesty, go deep early. Just to show that, hey, we're going to put it on you. And don't just think you can stop the run and slow us down.
Now, you guys have mentioned good football points in regards to what could possibly be the key to victory, but you guys have got it all wrong. I told you what is going to be the key to victory, and it is going to be our Spanish broadcast. I don't know if you heard any of these calls last week.
I haven't heard any of them.
Donno, this is a 2-yard run.
Beck que la tiene, Beck buscando, sale hacia la derecha el disparo para la zona de anotación con una mano. ¡Gol!
Wow.
¡Miami!
Wow.
¡Touchdown los Huracanes! De fantasía, de fantasía. Esto es una jugada de fantasía, un touchdown para poner a saltar a todos los Rock Stadium.
Is he saying goal for a touchdown?
He is indeed saying goal for a touchdown. He called it a fantasia, just in case you didn't catch that one. And that was a 2-yard run. This is a fumble recovery.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el
They just
protagonista.
start saying stuff.
I love that. And you know what? I don't know half the words he's saying, and I don't want to know. I feel like it's better when it just sounds incredible. I want to, no disrespect to Joe Z and DBJ, but now I want to listen in Spanish.
Now, you mentioned one of the premier athletes with Miami Hurricanes, someone who is definitely turning heads for the first time in a long time, especially at that freshman status. That's Malachi Toney. Or at least that's what I thought his name was. Tell me if you can hear, because this is the AM call from this past week, so it's a little bit more fuzzier AM-ish. Tell me if you can make this out here.
Carson Beck que la tiene, se la dio linda, Malachi Tony. No.
Did you hear that?
Malachi Tony?
Malachi Tony is the name that they use.
Malachi Tony.
That has to be possibly
Malachi Tony.
the best interpretation of what I heard thus far. This touchdown at the end that Malachi Tony caught. This is how the call sounded on our Spanish broadcast.
La tiene Miami. Busca Miami, pasa alto, largo, profundo hacia la derecha. ¡Salta! De manera increíble y espectacular. ¡Touchdown Miami! ¡Touchdown los Huracanes! Con alma de niño y corazón de elefante. Rest in peace Virginia Tech. Se acabaron los Virginia Tech y el partido va a terminar. Van a ganar los Huracanes. Increíble, señores, este final.
Did he say rest in peace, Malik, Virginia Tech?
You know what? It sounded like he did, so therefore you can just say he did. Why not? Who's going to check it? Who's going to
phenomenal?
This is him saying Carson Beck, which I thought was weird too.
La estrella de la Universidad de Miami, Malachi Tony, la atrapa. Un gran pase, una jugada espectacular de Carson Beck.
Carson Beck.
So that Spanish flavor, I feel, is truly the key to the Miami Hurricane success.
I'm down with it. And you know what? I need at least 3 Maliki Tony touchdowns this week.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
They don't have the pronunciations.
But I don't know if Malachi really, there's just some words that just don't really, where's Malachi from? Is that a biblical name or something?
It's a biblical name. It's straight Old Testament.
See, we're going Old Testament. I'm not sure if the Spanish people were familiar with the Old Testament when they were coming up with their names. But Malachi Tony has been lighting it up for the Miami Hurricanes all year. We're definitely going to need him. Leroy's right. The argument that the Miami Hurricane fans are making is completely invalid if we lose this game on Saturday.
Yes.
Everything's thrown out the window.
We agree. Yeah.
Who cares? Done. First things first. Take care.
I'm trying to find the rankings. I can't even find them.
I find different rankings on every page.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
like,
yeah, and you got to make sure because there's 18 different types of rankings. You need to make sure you're on the CFP one, which is a little different than all the other ones. They're all slightly different, but
it's
yeah,
week 12, right?
Yeah.
No, it's week 14 now.
Oh, okay.
That's right. All those buys and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Donno, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. You got anything crazy going on for Thanksgiving? You house hopping? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're at my parents' house for Thanksgiving, and yeah, we're gonna have a big spread of food. There's gonna be the traditional stuff, but then there's also gonna be probably some kind of a pasta dish. There's gonna be like a roast pork in addition to a turkey. There's gonna be all sorts of desserts. So yeah, man, I'm basically fasting today, so I can just get ready to stuff my face tomorrow.
So Donno. So I'm looking at it says college football playoff bracket as of today.
Oh yeah, don't look at the bracket. The bracket is silly. So they have they have Miami in the bracket as but all it is they have no idea who's going to win the ACC championship. So they just use the highest ranked team in the ACC as a placeholder. But it's very unlikely Miami gets into the ACC championship game. They need to win, but there's 57 other things that need to happen on Saturday.
Tell me if this is accurate or not. You can, if Miami's ranked higher than the champion, then Miami goes. The champion is not an automatic bid.
Well, here's only, but that there's so they give 5 auto bids to the 5 highest ranked conference champions. So it's still, if Miami's not the conference champion, there's going to be 2 auto bids that get thrown in no matter what, which will probably be an ACC team and then JMU or whoever the highest ranked G5 team is. Right. So if Miami doesn't win the ACC, which is unlikely to happen, I mean, if you beat Pitt and then if SMU or Virginia or both lose, then there's a chance you could sneak into that. But you probably need to be number 10 if you're going to get an at-large bid. So because there's going to be 2 teams that get auto bids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stupid rules.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Michigan. Michigan is 15th. I don't think they should be in if they beat Ohio State.
Yeah, because I mean, Michigan's boring.
But I'm just like, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, I've watched all their games, and they've lost to Oklahoma, and they lost to USC. So they got two losses also, and even beating the number one team in the country. They can't get from 15 into the mix. They can't. Now, here's the kicker.
And I'll be honest, like I feel like if they beat Ohio State, I think they should be in that mix. If you beat if you have two losses and you beat the number one team.
Here's the kicker, though.
Okay.
If they beat Ohio State, I think they go to the championship game.
Yeah.
So either they win the Big Ten championship and get an automatic bid, or they lose and have 3 losses and they're out anyway.
Right. And the committee, and it's another reason the committee doesn't know what they're doing. They make this up as they go along. Like they have said in the past that you shouldn't be penalized for losing in your conference championship game, but that's probably going to happen to some teams this year. It's going to happen. Like if BYU only has 1 loss, but they're ranked with a bunch of 2-loss teams just because BYU doesn't have a great strength of record. But like if BYU gets to the Big 12 championship game, which they would likely get blown out by Texas Tech again, that's who beat them the first time, then they're probably going to be out with 2 losses. The committee's probably going to put Miami in front of them, which may not even still be enough because Miami needs to move up 2 spots. But I feel like BYU is probably going to get affected by losing a conference championship game, even if the committee has said in the past they will not penalize you for doing that. They will.
Right.
Tate South, enough with the Old Testament names. I get it, dude. I'm sorry.
Like I don't know, like Old Testament names don't get enough respect, I think, because it's all about like the New Testament names, like David, Luke, Matthew, like those names get a lot of play. You don't. There's not enough Malachi's out there. There's not enough Isaiahs. Yeah, I guess there's quite a bit of Isaiahs. I guess.
What about
those are Old Testament names? Ezekiel, somebody.
Oh, bring that one.
That's a strong Old Testament name.
Well, Donno, I appreciate you taking some time, man. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and regardless of Leroy.
Oh, but by the way, I'm stupid. Somebody points out David is not New Testament. You're right. I don't know why. My forgive me for that one. David is definitely Old Testament. My bad.
100 lashes, Donno.
Yeah, -1.
Enjoy, and regardless of us finding out that Leroy is Irish in this segment. Go Canes, and our fingers crossed, baby.
I thought I was talking to Joey Galloway for a second with all this Miami hate.
I don't hate Miami. I'm just going with the situations. Like I can honestly say if Michigan beat Ohio State, we have more of an argument than you, but I don't think that Michigan would get it. I don't.
Well, let's not do that then. Let's not beat Ohio State.
Let's not do that.
Oh no, we got to beat them bums.
I do. I always root for Michigan in that game, so I will be in your corner for that.
Well, because you're petty and you just don't want Ohio State to win.
We were robbed, Leroy. We were robbed.
Yeah.
All right, we got more of the Tobin and Leroy show. We went a little long, so we'll probably take a long break here, but we'll be back top of the hour when we come back. Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we have a treat for you on this wonderful Wednesday.
What's that?
We have a comedic legend, someone with over 25 years in the game, longer actually, but my math is off, so I'm not even gonna try. But I want to introduce you guys to a man that's pause. Let me just go ahead and say pause before this. Holds a special place in my heart because I grew up watching Mad TV and a movie I'm going to ask him about that he starred in. It's one of the first movies I remember watching with my friends. Let's go ahead and head on over to the Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. ToyotaofHollywood.com. Aries Spears be at the Fort Lauderdale Improv this weekend. A lot of opportunities to catch them. You got 2 shows on the 28th, 3 shows on the 29th, which is rare. You got to be a legend to be able to pull off 3 shows on a Saturday night and 2 shows on a Sunday. So make sure you come check this out. Mr. Spears, thank you for joining us, sir.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Now, I want to start things off with a movie that is a cult classic and something that I remember watching. It's probably one of the earliest works that I remember seeing you in, and that was actually shot in our city. The Pest, baby. That one, listen, John Leguizamo, I don't know. I was maybe about 7 years old watching that movie. I probably should have been watching that movie at 7 years old, but it seemed like the perfect thing for me at the time, and it's something that I hold dearly, as well as your time on Mad TV. But as far as The Pest, what do you remember about making that movie in Miami? How much has Miami changed since then? I know you're frequently here. You have any memories from that time?
That was a good time. That was me, John Leguizamo, and Freddie Rodriguez. And that was actually one of my first times in Miami. I think that had only been my second time in Miami. But now I frequent there at least once a year. And, Miami's one of the hot spots.
Yeah, look, it's I see you if you're not at the club in Doral, you're at the club in Fort Lauderdale for sure. I know you've been doing comedy for quite some time. If my research was right, you've been doing this since 1992?
About 36 years, brother.
36 years. That's to be able to do anything for that long obviously takes a lot of longevity. Do you think, other than the fact that I feel obviously audiences have gotten more sensitive, how has comedy changed since you started?
Well, you just said it. I mean, because of the political climate, and everybody's more conscious of being politically correct and woke and all of that. But that's never been me. My comedic cocaine is uncut.
Listen, and if you go to a comedy show and it's one of those in which you're scared to sit up front because you don't want the comedian to say anything about you, that is the Aries Spears show. Listen, don't come up here with no garbage ass outfit in the front row or trying to be one of those people in the audience that thinks that they're louder than the comedian. Aries Spears is definitely one who's going to check you. But I know you go beyond comedy as well. I know you spent some time doing the Best Damn Sports Show, period.
Wow, that's ancient. That ain't even around no more.
I know, man. But again, it was one of the staples of my watching at that time. I know you were on there with John Sally. But I want to ask you about Michael Irvin, because as you know, big Miami Hurricanes guy.
Always sweating.
Always on the sideline doing something crazy. What was it like working with Michael Irvin?
Michael is one of the most genuine, coolest cats I've ever met in my life. He's so lovable and likable. And a lot of times, most of the fun we had was the pre-production meeting actually before the taping. That's when everybody would just let loose, him, John Kruk, Charlie Rhodes, and it was just Tom Arnold, and it was a fantastic time. Mike's my guy.
Now, look, I want to talk about a story that you probably told a million times, but can you tell me about the Mike Tyson incident?
Oh, yeah. There was this big buildup prior to my last couple weeks on the show where they finally had Mike Tyson, and I basically begged them to let me come on and close that show out because I'm such a huge Mike Tyson fan. So long story short, Mike came to the show. Mike Irvin kept egging me on to do an impression, which of course I didn't want to do because this was Mike Tyson in his I'll Eat Your Kids years. But I went ahead and did it. And, Mike really didn't laugh, and he kind of gave me a look. So, I always tell people I peed a little.
I can imagine.
Aries, I always wondered this question because comedians, when you go in front of a stage, you don't get a whole bunch of takes. You know, that's a one-time thing. You ain't got to redo it. You don't get a chance. When you get into acting and they have several takes of the same thing, do you find that an easier transition than doing stand-up, which is live?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it still presents its own challenges, but like you just said, you get multiple takes. Plus, you're working off of people. Whereas with stand-up, it's a solo sport.
Right.
And whatever happens in the moment happens in the moment.
Now, last year you went viral for your take on the D Wade statue. A year has gone by. Have you had a chance to see it in person?
I wouldn't want to see it in person.
Okay. There's not
it's scary enough on TV.
It's not one good thing you can say about it.
Wait, Aries, when they say it has angles, that pretty much confirms your theory, right?
Oh, no.
I mean, look, man, that face is crazy.
Look, the statue has a good personality, Aries. I promise. It has a good personality.
Well, the fact that he sit there and tried to act like he wasn't bothered by it was the greatest acting job I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I've seen it, and it's not great. It's not great. I understand it's trying to capture a moment. But long story short, it's not great.
Yeah.
Now, I know where you stand in regards to the GOAT debate when it comes to the NBA. But if I had to give you a bench start cut situation between Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Magic Johnson, who would you bench, start, and cut of those three?
Oh, that's easy. Mike's starting. LeBron is being benched. Magic's being benched. LeBron's being cut.
Cut. So you don't buy into the era of greatness that LeBron James apparently has bestowed upon us with his longevity. You're not buying it. You think it's all inflated.
No. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. But as far as longevity, I mean, he's been in the league since his mother's first trimester. What you think is going to happen?
Yes.
You're going to break the records.
Yeah. But isn't that something within itself?
And listen, I would have to see I want to see the point guard, two guard combination between Michael and Magic.
Yeah, you know, that's something that the dream team, that was probably the only opportunity we had to see it. Do you have any picks this year in regards to NBA that you think clear cut, this team is better than every other team, they're taking it all this year?
And you know what? I don't really have a dog in the fight, but if OKC stays strong and connected, I don't see why they wouldn't repeat.
They're so young too, man. That's the crazy thing about them. They ain't got a whole bunch of veterans. They young.
And they got picks too. They definitely got a lot of picks.
Yeah.
Aries Spears again joining us. He will be at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. 2 shows Friday, 3 shows on Saturday, and 2 shows on Sunday again. Make sure you join us. Make sure you go and see a true artist perfecting his craft on stage. And what I've noticed about
do you have those times?
Yes, I do. Friday, we have those 2 shows that I just mentioned. That'll be at 7:30 and 10 o'clock. On Saturday, you got 3 opportunities, although one of them is sold out. First show is sold out already. Saturdays are hot days, so make sure you get to those tickets. The 7 p.m. show is sold out on Saturday the 29th, but 9:30 p.m. and 11:59 p.m. Trust me, I've been working at the Improv since it opened. Not a lot of comedians can pull off adding a 3rd show on Saturday. Usually they got to take away a show. And he added another one on Sunday for you as well, 6 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Everyone has their pregame rituals. And if you're a fan of Aries Spears, he's not one of those guys who is hiding in the back or shows up 30 seconds before he's supposed to go on stage. Aries likes to walk in, and tell me if I'm lying. Walk in and
that's accurate.
Observe the area, sit in the back, sit on the side, look at the audience, kind of analyze. It's like he's watching game film before he goes on stage. Is that the purpose, or are you kind of just trying to relax and mellow your mood, kind of?
Nah, that pretty much nails it. It's almost like, you get ready to do a bank heist. You got to go in before and look at the blueprints and the lay of the land. You got to look at the schematics.
Wow.
Know how you gonna rob the joint.
it is the small things that separates the good from the great. And I want to thank you for taking the time, Aries Spears. Anything on the way out that you want to plug?
No, just come down to the show. Like you said, you gave out the times. We got the 2 added shows, the midnight show on Saturday and then the second show on Sunday. And come on out, man. It's going to be a blast.
It's going to be an absolute blast. Be sure you get those tickets. Again, I want to thank you for joining us. Catch Aries Spears live at the Fort Lauderdale Improv. You got 2 shows on the 28th, 3 shows on the 29th, and 2 shows on the 30th. Head to improvftl.com/calendar to get your tickets today. Thank you, Mr. Spears.
You got it, brother.
That was Aries Spears joining us. We are going to take a quick commercial break. And you know what? We've done a lot of interviews. We've talked a lot of sports. Let's get into some silly sauce, shall we? When we come back, what the kids say. I'm Tobin and Leroy.
WQAM broadcast.
Welcome back to the Tobin and Leroy show. Leroy, JFig brought it to my attention that we still haven't tickled your fancy. And you won't be with us this Friday. So I figured no better time than right now to get that started. But I'm going to start things where you least expect it. Not football. Leroy, I got a couple questions for you. The season premiere, I should say, part 1 of the season premiere. Episodes 1 through 4. Stranger Things releases today. Leroy, 4 episodes. You know you don't like when they make you do the week-to-week stuff.
Yeah.
4 episodes of what they are saying is going to be the best television ever created. Does that tickle your fancy, Leroy?
How can I put this?
Don't do it.
My daughter
Yes.
is excited.
Okay.
She is waiting.
Yeah.
She has no school, so she's ready to go. I have not watched 1 episode of Stranger Things.
Ever?
I think I watched 1 episode and I couldn't tell if it was a boy or a girl, and I was done.
Fair. But you will, you're doing the Game of Thrones thing right now. Yeah, that's a -1. That's a good call, JFig. That's a good call.
Why is it a -1?
Because, I mean, it's a
Because I haven't watched the show.
-1.
Yeah, you did this with Game of Thrones, dude. You did this already.
And we needed COVID to get me to watch it. So if COVID come back around, I'll watch Stranger Things.
Okay, well, God forbid anything has to happen throughout the world for Leroy to watch the greatest television show potentially.
It's not a -1 though.
No,
You asked me if it tickled my fancy.
Okay.
That means I have a choice.
All right. Okay.
I said no.
Okay.
Fancy, not tickled.
That's the wrong answer, though. I want you to know that.
It's my answer.
Well, I just want you to know. This is egregious behavior by you.
Somebody said -1 for watching the show. He's a grown ass man.
What? No. Well, that is, you know what? That is a -1 for sass, sir.
I'm just saying.
-1 for sass.
You asked me. I didn't say anybody else had a problem with watching it.
Yeah.
You just asked me if it tickled my fancy.
Well, I mean, it's just the wrong answer, Leroy. It's just the wrong answer. It's like, do puppies tickle your fancy? Of course they do.
The -1 was couldn't tell it was a boy. Yeah, because it was bald head. She was bald headed.
Bald-headed girl.
Yeah. Threw me off.
Threw you off. Understandable. Little boy, little girl, look alike. It's fine. All right, another thing. So let's say then you know what? I know something that is gonna tickle your fancy, sir. And if it does, this is gonna piss me off. Actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is gonna piss me off. This releasing in theaters. Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
I'm trying to figure out, because I like the first 2.
Yeah.
Right. I like the magic thing and how they kind of show you what happens at the end and how they get to that point. I like that. But here's the deal.
It's actually already out. Sorry.
You already know what's going to happen. Who's the bad guy? How they going to exploit him? How they going to make him pay the money to needy or whatever? And so how much of a twist can it be past the other 2?
Yeah, I feel that. That's like after Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12. Like,
right. But you know what I hate?
What?
I'm going to be clear.
Yeah.
I hate when they do sequels and third movies and it ain't the same people.
Oh, yeah. No, but this was, if I'm not mistaken, unless they change in the second one, this looks like Woody Harrelson, Jamie Eisenberg, a lot of the same people from the first.
Okay.
The Franco guy, for the other Franco, the one who's not in trouble.
Mm. Wasn't Harry Potter in one? Not Harry Potter, but
ooh, that'd be cool.
No, it was. Was it Harry Potter? Yeah.
Let's see.
He was in the second one.
Now You See Me. Yeah, he was. He was in Now You See Me too.
Yeah.
Look at that. Hey, look at that. This guy's good.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it. I liked it.
So does this tickle your fancy? It's been out already. So,
no, I can wait till Netflix pick it up.
Yeah, it's probably best. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably best. So as fancy is not tickled, let's move on to Zootopia 2.
Fancy not tickled.
Zootopia 2, Leroy. Come on. Okay. No.
Dude,
Fancy not tickled.
I'm not paying money.
Yeah.
Because it don't just cost for the ticket. You got to get the candy and the drink for a cartoon.
Bucket of popcorn. They got
for a cartoon. Not doing it.
Release bucket. Not
cartoon. You know what I have for that?
What's
Disney
that?
Channel and Cartoon Network.
Okay. All right. Fair assessment. Fair assessment indeed. All right. If we must get to the football slate on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, yeah.
Your first game. Go Pack Go. Well, they send the Lions packing as they take on their foes from Detroit. Packers, Lions, 1 p.m. Does that tickle your fancy?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I can't figure out if Detroit is falling off and what the hell is going on with Green Bay. Like, first they love their quarterback, then they hate him, then they love him, then they hate. Yeah.
Then following that matchup, we have a cross-conference matchup. Did I say that correctly? The Chiefs take on the Cowboys.
That'll be a good one because I'm interested to see. To be honest with you,
tickled.
Dallas defense looks good.
Yes, ever since the addition of Quinnen Williams, who by a career high 8 pressures on Jalen Hurts and the Eagles during.
So I'm interested to see is that the turnaround, which would be amazing. Oof. And I'm gonna tip my hat to Jerry Jones, who got rid of me, Micah Parsons, and everybody said he lost his damn mind.
Yeah,
has he? They stopping the run.
Look, if they're able to beat the Chiefs,
the Chiefs aren't the same team though.
No, but back to back, the Eagles and the Chiefs. That's 2 wins.
Gotta raise an eyebrow.
You can
watch out for these. Watch out for these Cowboys.
Watch out for them boys. And the final game, a little AFC North matchup here.
First of all, it's on NFL Network.
Oh,
yeah, they always do that Thursday night game on NFL Network.
And that is the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Joe Burrow playing?
I believe he is, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he is set to play against the Ravens on Thanksgiving. Now,
the Ravens have gotten healthy.
Yeah.
And don't have the best record. I think they have the 3rd best record, and they're favored to win the division.
Yeah, it looks like he'll be returning on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah, and isn't that surprising? I heard you guys talking about.
Not really. If you see the way they've been playing and the way everybody else is coming back to earth, and like you look at the Steelers and you look at, what Cincinnati is doing, and you look at what Cleveland is doing.
A lot right now.
Who else do you have any faith in?
Hey, Shador. I got him perfect timing.
They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
Nah, probably not.
Right. And Aaron Rodgers didn't play, and look how that team looked.
Not good.
Right. So
maybe they should have kept Justin Fields.
No.
Well, either way. Those are the 3 football games, but what about tonight, Leroy? I know you're going to be busy, but do you have any time? 7:30 p.m. We have
Dude, let me explain something to you.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna do my manly duties.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go be dad who put the tree on his back and throw the Christmas tree on top of the car and strap it in and make sure everybody's safe and all that. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
But this ain't gonna be no long time event.
For sure.
We ain't making an event, but like I said to my wife, hey, we ain't out at Christmas caroling. Let's get the tree and go.
Yeah, I did a manly thing yesterday that I hadn't done in a while because I've had a pretty decent, not like a fancy car, but like a reliable vehicle for quite some time. But yesterday, I had to patch a tire. So last time you patched a tire?
I ain't never patched a tire.
I had to plug a tire because I'm getting new tires on my car, but they're closed for Thanksgiving, blah, 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 blah. So long story short, in order to make sure that the tire was fine over the next couple days, I had to go through the process of taking it off. You do the whole patching system, and I worked up a sweat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, when the hell? Changing the tire is one thing. Patching the tire, I gotta teach my
You
son.
seem like you would break a sweat if you peeled an orange.
That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. And oranges, I'm good. It's those damn tangerines that give
You can't get your big ass hands.
What am I doing? That was Tickle Leroy's Fancy.
My fancy is tickled.
When we come back, I have special information that we potentially could be joined by JFig. And we could. I need help, Leroy. I've given you lessons on what the kids say, but now it's time to take all of those lessons for a final exam. You and I, and hopefully JFig, will break down, dissect, and translate this Gen Z brain rot.
I got no chance.
Oh, we got it together. That and much
I'm
more.
gonna go outside and just yell 6'7" to Rebecca.
6'6". Yo, she'll
6'7".
probably hate that so much. Stay tuned for more silly sauce on the Tobin and Leroy Show.
all day and all night.
What's that, Leroy? What are you singing there?
What's the name of the song? La da dee da 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 da. Yeah, that's the name of the song, right?
That is the song.
Yeah, thank you. Take it back, Frog Boy. Hey,
it's not okay. That's not the name of the song.
It is.
It's called Blue. I'm blue.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Sorry.
It's like the biggest part of the thing. He says, I'm blue. And you just got the la da dee da.
Hey, I knew the song.
You didn't know the song, so I'll give you credit. Give you credit for that for sure. Hopefully, you'll know a lot more of what we'll be talking about because
I don't know what the kids say, but if you tell me what the kids are listening to, I could be down with that.
You're supposed to be studying up on the brain rot, Leroy. Do you even remember what clock it means? Probably not, right?
I thought that meant too small.
No, see?
No, it's not too small. It's like
it's like applause.
Like calling someone out or like something like that along those lines, right?
Clock it is a slang term that to notice, acknowledge, or call out something that is often hidden or unspoken. Yeah, I can tell you haven't been practicing, Leroy.
Who am I gonna practice with? Tobin, Mr. Redneck.
With
Tobin knows some of these words for sure. Tobin knows some of these words.
Can I get it? Can I get a cheat?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely.
She would know.
Yeah, she would.
She might not know though.
Some of the okay. I'm interested if you have an opportunity later, play back this segment to her because I want to know if she's going to do a better job than we are. And what I have presented here today is an opportunity for us to dissect something. I have a minute-long clip right here that we're not going to take the full minute because there's no way we would be able to do that. But we are going to step by step, maybe a couple seconds at a time, see if we can understand what's going on here. There is something that's going on here. And if either of you are able to figure out what is going on between these two people, then you will be determined the victor. Now, I'm going to play 10 seconds of this to begin. And this is from a skit online that is gaining popularity about how Gen Z people communicate. Let's start.
Sorry, I'm late. I was out hitting the Gwitty at the Apple store.
Bro, your gaslighting is sending me.
All right.
Ew, what?
I'm sorry I was late. I was hitting the Gritty at the Apple store. That seems pretty self-explanatory right there. You know, for some reason, I've seen kids do the Gritty for no reason. And the Apple store seems like somewhere the younger generation may frequent. So far, so good.
I'm too old to go to Apple store.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought Apple store meant grocery store for a second. I wasn't even thinking about that.
God.
Hey, listen.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We are already.
Wait, she's older than me. If that's what she thought.
That was bad.
I'm older than you?
Yeah, you just with that comment? Absolutely.
Okay. I'm also taller than you too.
Oh, there we go.
We ain't gonna get to that.
Here we go.
That's what Google says. Google doesn't lie.
Okay, so he was hitting the Gritty at the Apple store.
That's why he was late. And
that's why he was late.
Yes. And her response to that was,
I can't believe you're gaslighting me.
You're gaslighting me. Your gaslighting is sending me. Now do you guys know what that means?
Upsetting her, like taking her over the edge.
Leroy, sending me. You know,
yeah, like sending her over the edge.
Sending.
Okay, so
yeah.
She's basically saying you got to be BSing me with that's the
exactly. Like this is the reason why you're late. You were grittying at the Apple store. So far so good. We're about 10 seconds in.
All right.
The grocery store is crazy.
Sorry, I'm late. I was out hitting the Gwitty at the Apple store.
Bro, your gaslighting is sending me.
All facts, no printer. I was literally hitting the Gwitty.
I'm swiping left on that.
Okay.
He's not saying
Wait,
gritty.
he's not. Yeah, he's not saying that.
Gwitty? He's saying Gwitty for sure.
Gwitty.
I saw the skit. He's doing the Gritty. I'm assuming that's his interpretation of how a child may speak.
So
this conversation is absolutely ridiculous,
right.
and I'd walk out the first second.
We're about 11 seconds into the conversation.
He's saying, no, I'm telling the truth.
Yes, that was what was it? All facts, no printer.
Yeah.
All facts, no printer, which means I'm dead serious.
Yo, okay, Leroy, you're really doing the most here because he spoke so fast that I'm like, printers at Apple?
No. See, it's you. That's the problem.
Here's what you Jennifer.
I haven't had coffee in my defense.
Here's what you have to understand about this whole conversation that I've learned
Too
from
young.
having conversations with my daughter.
Yeah.
I don't have a daughter.
The first part of the conversation, you got nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
Don't mean I don't see them.
Here. The first part of the conversation is gone. Like you can't go back and try to tie it all in together. Yeah. Each sentence or each statement is independent of itself. That's the only way you could tie all these ridiculous phrases together.
Now, when he says that he all facts, no printer was grittying at the Apple store, and she responds with, I'm swiping left on that.
Ew,
she's calling him a liar. You're done.
No.
That means
Leroy,
no. Right.
You're doing excellent, Leroy. You're doing
great.
Leroy,
I got common
if
sense.
you start talking to me this way, we're not.
I got to tell you, if somebody came and started talking to me like that, I'm gonna just point them to the hell out of here.
All facts and all printer.
Yeah, I'm gonna take fax your ass on out my house. We use English here. I already got a problem with all the French. They're trying to figure out what they mean. Now you gonna come and talk slang in the language that I talk?
All right, let's see. Let's see if we've warmed up a little bit, JFig.
Sorry I'm late. I was out hitting the Gwitty at the Apple store.
Bro, your gaslighting is sending me.
All facts, no printer. I was literally hitting the Gwitty.
I'm swiping left on that.
Skibbity doo, bro.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
Okay, hold on.
All right.
Wait. This is achievement. This is
okay.
She's throwing things out there.
Also, now you're starting to get interested into what's going on here. Yes, she is painting a picture. But he did say something like about skibbity dibbity that I didn't.
Doesn't that just mean nothing, like the toilet thing?
Yeah.
It's supposed to mean nothing, but
it's supposed to be nothing. And then she said,
he's just throwing words out there to deflect.
And she said, no, dude, you out there with a side piece.
Yeah, she's.
So she accusing him of cheating.
Let's see.
No printer. I was literally hitting the Gwitty.
I'm swiping left on that.
Skibbity doo, bro.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
Hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side.
Is that the same thing as the
hibbity doody?
No. Him saying skibbity was like, no, that is false. What you're saying is false.
Right.
And then her response was, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece. And now I'm not sure what the yoinkity sploinkity
that could either be two different types of dance moves here.
No.
Basically,
she accusing him of cheating. Now I don't know how we got from doing the gritty in the Apple store to cheating, but it's ridiculous.
Well,
right? And you know what I'm starting to think?
The Apple store, and she's like, "No, okay."
You know what I'm starting to think? This is all honesty.
Somebody else.
This relationship is over.
Okay.
Because he said I went to the Apple store and she accused him of cheating. Like that's a reach.
Language.
You're getting warm there. You know, she caught him hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with the side piece. And he's essentially defending himself. So now we're going to tap back in, put on our Gen Z ears, and see if we can keep going.
No printer. I was literally hitting the Gwitty.
I'm swiping left on that.
Skibbity doo, bro.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
But you are mother.
You're mid, bro. You're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
But
okay, hold on.
What? Marcos, -1 to you because you brought this upon us. What?
So right.
Okay, so
she called him average.
Yes, he said you're mid. Average, yes. But he called her mother. He said your mother
because he's out here trying to sauce her up, saying you're the queen,
the baby of my kids.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
mother is used to describe an influential and admirable figure, particularly a mentor or a feminine person worthy of admiration.
Yes,
so saying, "Look, your mother," and she's like, "You're mid." So she's not buying it. Long story short,
dude, you're average.
Wait, what was the end? What was the ending to this?
I think. Let's check it out.
Sorry I'm late. I was out hitting the Gwitty at the Apple store.
Bro, your gaslighting is sending me.
All facts, no printer. I was literally hitting the Gwitty.
I'm swiping left on that.
Skibbity-doo, brah.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
But you are mother.
You're mid, bro. You're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
What is that?
Okay.
That means that basically he's thinking with the wrong brain.
You're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
Wait, that's butt.
A giat is a butt, big butt. And a Rizzler is a person with charisma or a person who has a lot of charisma. So essentially she's saying you're being a floozy, you're peacocking. You're out here peacocking for anyone. And she's had enough. And, like other gentlemen.
Has she? They're all very common in this situation, too.
They are.
Somebody seems like they should listen. I don't know what this relationship is.
Yeah.
But if it had gotten to this point by now, I would have got something thrown at me.
For sure. Less words.
Skibbity-doo, brah.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
But you are mother.
You're mid, bro. You're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
But I'm the Rizzler.
You have no Riz.
I'm the Rizzler in chief.
Okay, you're giving me the ick.
So is this like a soft block or not?
All right.
So here's the deal. So he's basically saying, I have charisma. And she's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. And he's trying to prove to her that, he has charisma. So my point is this.
Yeah.
If he got all these problems, why are you making a big deal about him doing skibbity hoo hop at the Apple store anyway?
My thing is when he responds and he tries to prove like that he has all the Riz and hold on.
Bro, you're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
But I'm the Rizzler.
You have no Riz.
I'm the Rizzler in chief.
Okay, you're giving me the ick.
So is this like a soft block or not?
Yeah. The soft block. Is that like
are we going on a break or something?
Yeah, like we're not like I'm no longer like I'm not defriending you, but I'm just taking some time off. You ever had to soft block someone? Like, maybe just mute their stories because they're posting a lot of stuff.
No,
if I got to go through all that, then I'm just not with that person.
You're just done with that person. Huh?
Yeah.
JFig, I know you've soft blocked someone.
Never, actually. No.
You crop somebody out. What are you talking about?
I did that, okay? I thought about it.
You crop somebody out. That's a soft block.
Sure, that seems like a full block right
That
there.
was a hypothetical that never ended up happening because I never posted the picture. And no, I have never, because if I block someone, I promise you I'm not talking to this person ever again, and they shouldn't be on my list anyway.
Okay. All right, so he's asking if this is a soft block.
Sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
But I'm the Rizzler.
You have no Riz.
I'm the Rizzler in chief.
Okay, you're giving me the ick.
So is this like a soft block or not?
Are we in the same timeline?
We in the same timeline.
Why are you being so toxic?
I'm not being toxic.
I think it's giving.
It's giving Ohio, my God.
Okay, now this is
Creepy. It's giving creepy now.
It's giving Ohio. Ohio, I think, is like I saw a definition recently that kind of made it make more sense, but it's I guess wherever they think something is like weird or stupid, like they're like Ohio. That's just what that means, apparently.
Do people actually talk like this?
I don't know, but
Because if the answer is yes, I feel like that background music right now.
I really feel like if there is a group of Gen Z kids who are in front of each other, they're probably going to talk this way or do a couple 6-7s. That has to be the only way. Now, toxic is something that
I don't know what that means.
6-7.
Stop.
But we just hard on.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Is this the end?
You're an NPC. I need main character energy.
I thought we were in our love era.
You're such a Ken.
Nar, you need to wake up.
You're such a Ken. Okay, so she called him an NPC. He said we were in our love era, and then she called him a Ken. What's a Ken?
That's like I
give up.
A pretty boy acting to be something he's not.
A Ken. Sure. Maybe that's like the Barbie thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
It's the only Ken I know.
To Ken. I don't know. I really don't even know.
RV and Richie say this was cap.
This was horrible.
This is horrible.
All right, let's hear
Marco.
it in its entirety.
Is it done?
There's about 15 seconds left of them breaking up, but this whole clip, mind you, we've only gone through 40 seconds. This is the entire clip unedited.
Sorry I'm late. I was out hitting the Goody at the Apple store.
Bro, your gaslighting is sending me.
All facts, no printer. I was literally hitting the Goody.
I'm swiping left on that.
Skibbity doo, brah.
Bro, I know you've been hitting the yoinkity sploinkity with your side piece.
But you are mother.
You're mid, bro. You're sticking out your giat for the Rizzler.
But I'm the Rizzler.
You have no Riz.
I'm the Rizzler in chief.
Okay, you're giving me the ick.
So is this like a soft block or nah?
Are we in the same timeline?
Why are you being so toxic?
I'm not being toxic.
I think it's giving.
It's giving Ohio, my guy.
But we just hard launched.
You're an NPC. I need main character energy.
I thought we were in our love era.
You're such a Ken.
Nar, you need to wake up and touch some grass. Touch grass.
I can't believe I thought you ate.
I do eat.
You don't eat.
I ate apples and bananas.
I ate.
Okay.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving this segment, this room.
Can I just say, I'm sorry, guys. I want to go ahead and apologize.
And can I just say this?
Our friendship right now.
Reality.
Yeah.
Nothing was thrown.
Nope.
Because if I'm ever having a conversation with somebody I'm supposed to be dating, and they start, I'm eating apples, and you get knocked out.
I ate apples and bananas. That's how.
I want to cry.
From now on, when I think I have a good outfit on, I don't think I ate. I think I ate apples and bananas. I'm just gonna walk around saying apples and bananas, and you guys know what the hell I'm talking about.
No.
I won't actually.
For reducing the IQ of a majority of the listening audience at the moment, I just want to go ahead and apologize. And also, I know you guys understood that though, so I think my work here is done.
Barely.
I think
She
my work.
called him Ken Dorsey.
I think you ruined Thanksgiving. You know what? You are the Grinch of Thanksgiving.
Let's fix Thanksgiving. When we come back, we got headlines. We'll be blind ranking the best possible items you can eat on Thanksgiving. And something tells me my interview shirt's gonna come on. So keep it locked right here on 1043 WQAM.
Today's
Yeah.
It is. Hey, happy birthday to our very own Jimmy Jaime Garcia.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Jimmy turns a whopping 32 years old today.
I wish.
Yes, he does wish.
32. There ain't no way in hell.
Nope.
I'm 40.
It's
He is 40. He has made
Okay.
it. He has made it to 40 years old. He is mature. He is ready, ladies. If you're looking for someone who's serious,
I got Riz.
this guy's got Riz.
You know what?
He's got Riz.
Hey,
For me, that's a point. To be honest, that was pretty good. He was listening for sure. We've had an amazing show today. It's awesome. Always spending time.
damn, Smeethan.
What do you say?
I can't tell if Jimmy is 31 or 61.
Yeah, he's got that Benjamin Button going on. But God bless him. God bless him for sure. It's been an amazing Wednesday here. Let's go ahead and read you these headlines because we got to get back on time. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Volkswagen, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Volkswagen at DoralVolkswagen.com. Of course, you got your Thanksgiving games tomorrow, but tonight, got a big game for the Miami Heat. Coverage begins right here with the Bree Heat at 6:15 p.m. Alejandro Solana will begin things. If the Miami Heat win, they advance in the NBA Cup. If they lose, they are out. I don't think if they win, they have an opportunity to.
I want them to win so they can feel good about what they're doing right now. It's like a little short time award to let you know you're on the right track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it doesn't necessarily give you an automatic bid to the playoffs, but it is, like you said, it'll feel good with momentum coming out of the NBA.
Everybody else that was in the finals for the Cup, they made the playoffs, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So maybe it is an indication.
Maybe. A Miami Heat victory combined with a New York Knicks loss could clinch their
Who did
group.
Knicks play?
That's a good question. But if they do, they can potentially secure a home quarterfinal game. The New York Knicks will play against the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, I know. Good luck. Good luck losing to the Hornets. But fingers crossed. That's never know. But anyway, we will keep watching that.
The Fighting Vlads are playing a cupcake.
Pay close attention as the Fighting Vlads do their best. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, Leroy and JFig, I'm going to have you blind rank. You know what a blind rank is, Leroy? I'm going to give you something, and without telling you what the other options are, you have to tell me where they land on 1 through 5.
Okay.
For example, we're not doing desserts, but if I were to tell you pecan pie, 1 through 5, where does it land?
2.
Apple pie, where does it land?
4.
Potato pie, where does it land?
17th.
Okay. See, you have a good understanding of what we're looking for here.
Well, sweet potato,
right or wrong
number
answers
1.
here, 'cause I feel like these are just opinions.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to be opinionated. It's not no right or wrong. Every list can be different. This is your personal opinion,
Okay.
Leroy. I'm
So
gonna
tested. It's just
yeah, correct. Nope. I'm just gonna get your opinion on it before we take a break for our interview shirts. But let's come back with blind rankings, Thanksgiving edition. I'll talk to Leroy when we come back.
During the
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat. You name it. Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb.
Welcome back. It is the Tickle Leroy show.
Hey.
Yeah.
Stolen McRib said, for sure Thanksgiving is your favorite holiday, right, JFig? With that dead bird and all.
I'm not gonna lie, it is my favorite holiday.
Point.
Now,
Not for that reason.
I will say this. I will say this. I'm gonna try. I did a turkey breast with the bone in this year because I like turkey, but I don't like wrestling it the next days, the carcass.
Yeah, you're trying to like get between the ribs.
Right.
Yeah,
And that's why I like a ham. Because a ham, they make some delicious sandwiches after Thanksgiving.
Now, Leroy, I'm going to have you blind rank these items.
I got you.
As the master of ceremonies around here in regards
Master of eating. That's it.
Leroy,
I learned how to cook so I could eat.
I'm going to have you blind rank these items.
Okay.
Meats. Pause.
Okay.
Let's start with sausage. Oh, by the way,
on
it's 1 through
Thanksgiving.
5. Yeah, this is on Thanksgiving.
5. Oh, 1 through 5 sausage.
Yeah.
5.
Yep. 5.
Thanksgiving.
All right. What about pork?
4.
4.
Now, does the ham include? Is that ham in there, or are we talking about like
I meant
Cuban
like-
pork?
Yeah, like Cuban pork, like pulled pork.
4.
4. Okay, so you got sausage at 5. Now, what about turkey?
2.
2. Okay. Last one, turducken. I'm sorry, not last one. Second to last one, turducken.
Damn, I only got one spot. I don't even like duck, and I got to put it at 3. So the last one is ham, right?
Last one is ham.
1.
I knew that would be.
I told you for all the reasons why.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
ham you can enjoy for 2-3 days afterwards. They make delicious sandwiches.
So Leroy's blind ranking list of meat.
Hey, come on, man. I've had in my house they have turducken. They've had it before.
Yeah.
Right? And the problem is that duck is oily.
Ugh.
And you could tell right when you get a piece of duck. So I ain't a fan of duck.
What about seafood? Is there any seafood going on during anybody's?
I put shrimp. Okay. So sometimes I'll make stuffed peppers.
Oh.
Stuffed green bell peppers, and it'll have shrimp in there.
Shrimp? The bell pepper with shrimp?
With sauce, with meat.
Yeah.
It'll be like you'll do pork, lamb, beef, and
You
then
name it.
seasonings, and then some shrimp.
Okay. Figgy, I'm gonna give you the side dishes.
Ooh, I want the side dishes. You made me pick turducken as 3rd.
Leroy has today he has spent his day behind that microphone all the way to the side because he's resting
Oh yeah.
for tomorrow. He's hibernating.
Hey, let me tell you something. I got me a good night's sleep last night.
It's a marathon.
Right? I went to bed early, got up this morning. I didn't even do nothing. I just went and looked on the turkey. Just looked in on it.
Just look.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that brine taken. Yeah.
Like a shark in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. My grill's all cleaned up. I pressure cleaned my outside. I got the TV, the speakers in all the right areas. So when I start cooking, football will be on behind me. I am
This is
ready to
Super
go.
Bowl, actually.
Huh?
This is your Super Bowl.
No, I would say Super Bowl party. Super Bowl party is
it's awesome.
I enjoy Super Bowl party more.
Okay.
Thanksgiving is like more of a family thing, right? But Super Bowl is friends, family, everybody.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
I'm ready.
JFig, your sides. Let's start with casserole. Where are you gonna put casserole?
What kind of
5.
casserole?
Oh,
Just casseroles in general.
5.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Well,
Hey,
I'll put 4.
I'ma
I'll
tell
put
you.
4.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Because you're
Yeah.
scaring me.
Don't come up in my house with no green bean casserole.
Okay.
Because I'm also the Turkey Day police. Like you bring some.
This is my house.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about me right now.
I'm sorry.
Capital
I'm
is
sorry.
ranked number
I'm sorry.
4.
I'm sorry because I'm just saying. I don't think there's nothing worse than casserole.
The thing is that Marcos will find the word.
Yes,
That's why
it.
I have number
See,
5 available.
See, you learn from my mistake.
No, it's Marcos.
Because he threw turducken in there, and I ain't have no spot for it.
What about stuffing?
Is that my next one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? Stuffing, it depends on who makes it and how they make it. So I'll put it at 5 because just in case, I don't know what else they're going to throw
You
in
like
there.
casserole better than
3 or 3.
You like casserole better than stuffing?
No, I like stuffing, but it just depends who makes it. Okay, I'll put it at
You about
4.
to
No,
listen.
wait, 3 because I have 4 available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stuffing at
Hey,
3.
I'm gonna just say this, Jennifer.
Yeah.
There's gonna be questions with our friendship
That's
at the
fine.
rate you going.
Mac and cheese.
Number 1.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta have that number 1.
Yeah.
Sweet potatoes. Not
5.
sweet potato casserole.
Candy yams.
Oh, wait,
or-
like-
Yams. Yeah.
No, 5.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, you ain't got no brother in you.
So the last item is
we don't have that at my house.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you go when you walk into a house in the hood, it smell like sweet potato and pecan. Like
candy yams.
Yep, candy yam with the marshmallows or without. I like them without.
I don't like the extra.
I don't like marshmallows on my food. And I'm tell you what, if somebody put pecans on the top of the sweet potatoes, we fight.
I agree. Let's fight.
Now, what about mashed potatoes as your last one? I guess that you only
That
have
is
an
my
option.
last one, so I guess it's number what?
2.
Okay.
So your list goes mac mash, stuffing,
starch. You ain't gonna be able to poop for a month.
I have no problems, Leroy.
Well, okay, all right. You know, now
I ain't even need an answer.
Now we're off the rails. Now we're off the rails. Now we're off the rails. She has no problem moving her bowels, everyone.
Now, is there a difference between because some people do the sweet potatoes and then there's the candy yams where they put all the stuff on it?
I'd say the difference is
the sugar and stuff on the candy yams.
I think so. Like, did they put the extra dressings and stuff on top?
It's,
you know,
it's basically just sweet potato pie without the crust.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to put on our interview shirts as we talk to Alex Donno in the next segment. Donno was kind enough to break down what he thought the Miami Hurricanes' chances are at securing a spot in the playoff victory. We found out that Leroy was Irish, and and he made his case for the Michigan Wolverines as well.
I didn't make my case because I said I don't think they'll make it.
I don't know. I think he made his case.
No, I didn't.
Hey, listen, you guys can be the judge. Listen to it next. I want to send a special happy Thanksgiving to all of our listeners out there.
Everybody,
Happy
be safe.
Be safe.
Have
and
fun with your
enjoy
family.
what's going on. Be present.
Yes, absolutely. Be present. You know, don't go on too many cousin walks. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Coming back with your eyes red. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And if you do go, send me an invite. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Alex Donno joins us next. I'll catch you guys Friday.
Joe Rose here.
joining us, one of our favorite on the show, of course. The Toyota of Hollywood hotline. Shop over 2,000 Toyotas on sale at one location, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Toyota of Hollywood.com. Donno,
Donno,
buddy?
Wow, you look like you're getting ready to do a set at the Improv.
Yeah, I've been mixing in specs recently. I've been mixing in some glasses, so I feel it makes me look less ugly. So I'm gonna roll with that for a bit.
Are those blue light?
No, they're not. I do have blue light. These are just like regular. Are the blue light ones the ones that like help you so the computers don't ruin your eyes or something?
That's what they say. But listen.
Hey, Donno, you know what else makes you look less ugly?
What's that?
Frog Boy.
Objectively, that's a point, though.
Points for Leroy.
So Donno, we've had several conversations, and the crux of the arguments down here has been two teams have two losses. One team beat the other team. They should be ahead of them. And I have explained that it's not the two losses, it's when you lost. Because your get back and your path had to happen much quicker. So it would have happened if you were beating teams by 50, but you weren't, even though you were winning. And Notre Dame started when they lost at a higher point than you were at your lowest point. So it's not a situation where these two teams are being compared simply because their path to where they are now have taken two different roads. And I'll give you this argument.
Mm-hmm.
If Michigan loses to Ohio State, if Michigan beats Ohio State, do they deserve to be in? Because they only lost to two ranked teams in USC and Oklahoma. So, and Michigan, I don't think Michigan's going to get in.
Yeah. Does Michigan still have a path? They could still win the Big Ten. Can they get to the Big Ten championship game? I think they can.
No, because let me think. Oh, they could, because they only have one loss in the Big Ten.
Right. So if they beat Ohio State,
then they would play Indiana.
Well, and the reason why I ask you that is, my issue is the committee seems to just make up the rules as they go along, because they have clearly, and what you said, Leroy, I don't agree with the way that you laid it out, but clearly the committee does. So like you're spitting facts in terms of what the committee uses to judge these teams.
Explain to me why. Because
it's very simple. I don't agree with it, because in every major sport, except apparently college football, if you have the same record and one of those two teams beat the other head to head, that's the tiebreaker in every situation except college football, because college football is judged by figure skating judges, not by actual sporting criteria.
Here's the thing you have to consider, though. That's if they're close in rankings, right?
Why are they not closer in rankings?
Because when Miami lost their two games, the two teams were going in two different directions. Because Notre Dame was going back up because they lost too early, and Miami was going the other way. So in order for them to get back up to where Notre Dame is, then you can compare them. But if they're not close because of the path that they took during the course of the season, you can't just move one team all the way up.
Okay. If Miami, and again, this is an if, because they still have a big game to play on
Correct.
Saturday. But if Miami beats Pittsburgh, which is another common opponent, Notre Dame also beat them. Stanford is going to be a common opponent. NC State was a common opponent.
Correct.
Syracuse, if they both beat all those teams and Miami beat Notre Dame, I don't see how at the end of the season Miami shouldn't be directly compared to Notre Dame. But the committee clearly said last night that they think Notre Dame is the better football team, period, and they're not going to use the head-to-head to outweigh that, despite the fact that Miami beat them on the field.
In week 1, I don't think, like, so you think you should carry that for the whole year?
Yes. I mean, I can understand.
Even though you lost to 2 unranked teams? Here.
Yes, I think you should. Well, and now, hold on. One of those teams you lost to is now ranked. And, like, you're talking about Miami beating Notre Dame as if it happened last year. Like, okay, yeah, it happened August 31st. That was this season. It happened this season. It should be weighed.
Here's the issue that I have. Okay?
He's right, Leroy.
You control your own destiny. You lost to those 2 unranked teams at the time. They were unranked at the time. You can't then complain about your circumstances after the fact. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean. I
still
disagree.
At what point are you responsible for what you did on a football field? Now, everything that everybody's saying, you're saying because you're a Miami fan, and I get that.
But the thing is, it's not just Miami fans that are saying that. It's not like. Here's what I say: where is Miami ranked? Where is Notre Dame ranked? Notre Dame is number 9. Miami's number 12.
Okay, if you notice, and I said this before, they have tried to put Miami as close as possible to Notre Dame so that determination could be made.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? But to complain about it when everybody was complaining about it, when you lost your 2 games much later than Notre Dame, all I say is let it play out, win your game against Pittsburgh, and then I'll give you that argument.
Yes,
but
and I agree. Like if Miami
ended,
loses to Pitt, none of this matters.
The way these seasons have ended, we've had the same conversations every year going into the last couple of weeks, and what has happened?
Yeah.
So stop. But I understand what everybody is saying. And the committee, whether they're telling you this, telling you something or not, have tried everything in their power to move those 2 teams together so that that determination can be made at that time. But if you don't take care of your business, there's nothing that annoys me more than somebody complaining about their situation and not doing anything about it.
No, listen, I'm with you on that. There's no discussion to be had if Miami doesn't beat Pitt. And Pitt
by the way, and there's nobody who despises Notre Dame more than me.
It doesn't sound like it. Sounds like you got a golden dome on your head right now.
A little leprechaun.
Hold on, let's be clear. I am not defending the school. I'm defending the situation.
Nah, it seems like you're defending the school.
Yeah.
Because guess what? If Michigan were to beat Ohio State, I still don't think they get in. I don't. And their only losses are to 2 ranked teams.
No.
I still don't think they would get in. And I'm not, and I understand why. But to sit here and I'm not even arguing for my school because I know what the circumstances are. I've watched them play this year.
But for your school, if you beat Ohio State, which seems to happen every year, so it could happen.
Correct.
And then if you win the Big Ten, if you win the Big Ten, you're in. Then you're in automatically. Correct. But let me go back to something. It's like I see a lot of the comments that are coming in. It's like, well, you should have beaten SMU. You should have beaten Louisville. You have no right to complain. Like, would I prefer to have won both of those games? Absolutely. Like I'm not excusing those losses. I'm not. But when you're in a grouping, there's a bunch of 2-loss teams. Like you can say that about anybody. Hey, Alabama shouldn't have lost to a terrible Florida State team. Notre Dame shouldn't have lost to Miami. If you don't want to be compared to Miami when you have the same number of losses, You should have won that game. So I'm not excusing the losses to Leroy and everybody commenting that. Like, yeah, I was so bummed about losing to SMU and so bummed about losing to Louisville. So I would much prefer Miami be undefeated. But when you're talking about multiple 2-loss teams, we can still have these discussions while also admitting, yeah, you probably shouldn't have lost that SMU game.
Again, notice what the committee, regardless of what the committee has said, they have made every effort to put these teams close as possible together so it matters. But the only thing you can do is take care of your own business. And until that happens, you can't, because what has happened the last 2 or 3 years? Stop making assumptions that, oh, that's going to be a conversation. It's not a conversation. It's not even up for discussion until you beat Pitt.
Yeah.
Then I with those teams being 1 or 2 spots apart, okay, I'm in on that argument. But to have that argument 2 weeks ago, when you were trying to come back from being 19th in the country and they were already around, you've had a long path to go. And to have that conversation back then is ridiculous. Just like to have the conversation now when you have another game. But if you pay attention, over the last couple of weeks, they have made every effort to put Miami as close to Notre Dame as possible so that you can have that conversation. But if you don't handle your own business, I don't want to hear it. Okay? It's another thing to say we beat a team ranked 10 spots ahead of us. We should be above them after losing.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it.
So while you're sitting here saying, yeah, when you lose those 2 games, should you still have been above Notre Dame?
I believe so, based on the same number of losses in the head-to-head.
So you lose to SMU and to Louisville, and you still think you should have been ranked above Notre Dame?
No, Notre Dame was moving up. Why? Because they were beating up on bad teams. They
Correct.
lost to the 2 best teams that they played. Like the 2 best teams that they played both beat them. And that becomes the great argument in favor of Notre Dame is their losses are fantastic.
I'm not even complaining about the team. My whole argument is about the placement of the 2 teams after the losses and where they've gone since then. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. So
when you started going south and they were still moving up, you have a long road just to get back up to them, which you did. So now you can maybe have that conversation. But to have that conversation after you lose and drop to 19th, I think it was, and Notre Dame was constantly moving up, you were 10 spots apart. To have that conversation at that time is ridiculous.
Well, like you're mentioning, we can't look past this weekend's game. Saturday, 12 p.m.
My back, I think the big CFP lobby got me.
Yeah,
Yes,
there we go.
they heard
You're
you.
back.
The big CFP lobby blocked my feed.
Well, the final game is going to be important, and I need a little bit more information on this Pittsburgh team and what's going on there. You know, there's a frozen factor in this game. You're saying it's going to be somewhere in the low to mid 30s, wind chills in the 20s. Is there a chance that the Hurricanes could slip up and lose this one, Don?
There's always a chance. I mean, conference game against a difficult opponent.
They run the ball really well, too.
Well, they have they've recently run the ball really well.
They got 2 rookies. They got 2 freshmen that are just killing.
Yeah. They had I think it's Jakirian Turner is the running back who broke out last week against Georgia Tech. I think Miami should do a considerably better job stopping the run than Georgia Tech did. Georgia Tech's defense has turned into a bunch of turnstiles. But yeah, stopping the run is going to be key. The status, like for Pittsburgh, their best offensive player didn't play last week. Des Reed, it seems like they're really trying to get him healthy for this week. He's had an ankle issue. So whether or not he's 100% is going to be a big factor in this game because Reed is an all-purpose guy, running back, receiver. I mean, you have to game plan for him kind of the same way opposing teams have to game plan for Malachi Toney. So Pittsburgh has a true freshman quarterback, Mason Heinschel, who's played really well. But the catch is he has been disastrous when he faces pressure. Like with a clean pocket, he's been sensational.
Yeah.
So you've got to hope that matchup favors Miami in terms of Ruben Bain, Mesidor, Armando Blunt, David Blay might be back in the interior of the D-line this week. So you're going to have to put Heinschel under tremendous pressure because, as would be common for a true freshman quarterback, there's a huge difference. Yeah, there's a huge difference in the way he plays, whether he's pressured or not. Defensively, Pitt, they've got really athletic linebackers, and they've got a talented defensive line. The defensive line's on the small side. Everybody's like around 280 and below that, so you hope Miami's big offensive line is able to push them around a little bit. I think Malachi Toney presents a matchup nightmare as he does against anybody. And you've got to hope Carson Beck keeps playing the way he's played because he's trending up massively over these past few games. Gerard Pringle has become the revelation in the backfield. So, like, Marcos, I think Miami's got the horses to win this game, right? I think the question is, does Miami allow Des Reed to kind of take over on the Pittsburgh side? Does Miami allow the cold weather to affect them? I know Leroy knows a lot more about that than I do. Haven't played where he played during his college and pro career. And does Miami keep the self-inflicted wounds down? Because based on the way Miami's been playing the past few weeks, you can understand why they're about a 7-point favorite in this game. They should be able to go into Pitt and win, but it's not an automatic.
They have been, I think one of the things that I have enjoyed about the Canes is the last couple of weeks they've gotten off the faster starts.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like you have to impress. You can't just win games. And to get in the 2 games they lost, they went into that game saying, oh, we're going to control the line of scrimmage. We're going to do this. No, you got to go out and win the damn game. You got to take the game and from start to finish. And they didn't do that those 2 games. Then they started doing it. They've had some mistakes early, right, that kind of slowed them down at times. But you can tell that the offense has been pretty aggressive early. I would like to see them, in all honesty, go deep early. Just to show that, hey, we're going to put it on you. And don't just think you can stop the run and slow us down.
Now, you guys have mentioned good football points in regards to what could possibly be the key to victory, but you guys have got it all wrong. I told you what is going to be the key to victory, and it is going to be our Spanish broadcast. I don't know if you heard any of these calls last week.
I haven't heard any of them.
Donno, this is a 2-yard run.
Beck que la tiene, Beck buscando, sale hacia la derecha el disparo para la zona de anotación con una mano. ¡Gol!
Wow.
Miami.
Wow.
¡Touchdown los Huracanes! De fantasía. Esto es una jugada de fantasía, un touchdown para poner a saltar a todos los Rock Stadium.
Is he saying goal for a touchdown?
He is indeed saying goal for a touchdown. He called it a fantasia, just in case you didn't catch that one. And that was a 2-yard run. This is a fumble recovery.
Completa con el receptor y ahí mismo estaba.
Se cayó la
el
bola.
defensor de Miami, la pelota se ha perdido y la recuperan los Huracanes, señoras y señores. ¡Qué lindo! ¡Qué hermoso! Lo hizo los Huracanes. Justin Scott, el
They just start
protagonista.
saying stuff.
I love that. And you know what? I don't know half the words he's saying, and I don't want to know. I feel like it's better when it just sounds incredible. I want to, no disrespect to Joe Z and DBJ, but now I want to listen in Spanish.
Now, you mentioned one of the premier athletes with Miami Hurricanes, someone who is definitely turning heads for the first time in a long time, especially at that freshman status. That's Malachi Toney. Or at least that's what I thought his name was. Tell me if you can hear, because this is the AM call from this past week, so it's a little bit more fuzzier AM-ish. Tell me if you can make this out here.
Carson Beck que la tiene, se la dio linda, Malachi Tony. No.
Did you
Malachi Tony?
Malachi Tony is the name that they use.
Malachi Tony.
That has to be possibly
Malachi Tony.
the best interpretation of what I heard thus far. This touchdown at the end that Malachi Tony caught. This is how the call sounded on our Spanish broadcast.
La tiene Miami. Busca Miami, pasa alto, largo, profundo hacia la derecha. ¡Salta! De manera increíble y espectacular. ¡Touchdown Miami! ¡Touchdown los Huracanes! Con alma de niño y corazón de elefante. Rest in peace Virginia Tech. Se acabaron los Virginia Tech y el partido va a terminar. Van a ganar los Huracanes. Increíble, señores, este final.
Did he say rest in peace, Malik, Virginia Tech?
You know what? It sounded like he did, so therefore you can just say he did. Why not? Who's going to check it? Who's going to check it? This is him saying Carson Beck, which I thought was weird too.
La estrella de la Universidad de Miami, Malachi Tony, la atrapa. Un gran pase, una jugada espectacular de Carson Beck.
Carson Beck. So that Spanish flavor, I feel, is truly the key to the Miami Hurricane success.
I'm down with it. And you know what? I need at least 3 Maliki Tony touchdowns this week.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
They don't have the pronunciations.
But I don't know if Malachi really, there's just some words that just don't really, where's Malachi from? Is that a biblical name or something?
It's a biblical name. It's straight Old Testament.
See, we're going Old Testament. I'm not sure if the Spanish people were familiar with the Old Testament when they were coming up with their names. But Malachi Tony has been lighting it up for the Miami Hurricanes all year. We're definitely going to need him. Leroy's right. The argument that the Miami Hurricane fans are making is completely invalid if we lose this game on Saturday.
Yes.
Everything's thrown out the window.
We agree. Yeah.
Who cares? Done. First things first. Take care.
I'm trying to find the rankings. I can't even find them.
I find different rankings on every page.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Yeah, and you got to make sure because there's 18 different types of rankings. You need to make sure you're on the CFP one, which is a little different than all the other ones. They're all slightly different, but
it's
week
12, right?
Yeah. No, it's week 14 now.
Oh, okay.
That's right, all those buys and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Donno, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. You got anything crazy going on for Thanksgiving? You house hopping? What are you doing?
Yeah, we're at my parents' house for Thanksgiving, and we're gonna have a big spread of food. There's gonna be the traditional stuff, but then there's also gonna be probably some kind of a pasta dish. There's going to be like a roast pork in addition to a turkey. There's going to be all sorts of desserts. So yeah, man, I'm basically fasting today so I can just get ready to stuff my face tomorrow.